But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Sure, they got Wale.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa, hold on.
Is that Linus Tech Tips?
You do something. What you be doing?
I'm on here freestyling for people, man. Can I do a freestyle for you guys?
That's that dude. That's that TikToker.
Oh, damn. Yo, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Give us one. Wait, turn up.
Hold on. We gotta give him words. We gotta give him words.
Give me the most creative, challenging words you can think of.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ambidextrous. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Another big one.
Another big
Chronicle.
one. Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right.
Okay. Revolutionary.
Ambidextrous, chronicle, Afghanistan, and revolutionary. Those are the words? Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other artists really need to get their flex up. When it come to freestyles, yo, I'm next up. I be shining kinda like my man's necklace. Use both sides of my brain, I'm ambidextrous. I'm the freshest type. They can feel the vibes from left to right. Y'all know that I'm the dopest on jams. Ambidextrous, cause I can use both of my hands. Then again, it don't matter if I'm right or left-handed, cause I never write it. I hope you understand it. I provide it right off the tip of the brain. And when I'm spitting for my people, all my shit is insane. I make it happen. I'ma kick a rap verse. Shout to my homie with the necklace and the black shirt. Filming on the phone, gotta get it on your camera. They got questions, Harry is the answer. Yeah, I'm about to make it known. When I rhyme, I be entering the crazy zone. Thank you for the words, y'all came up with the good stuff. Shout the homie chilling in the middle with his hood up. I go beyond your flow, going places other rappers wanna go. Do it by myself, no sponsor, bro. I'm delivering the rap chronicles. Your level, I'ma go beyond it. Matter of fact, I'm about to get you lifted like the Chronic. Can't nobody else rock this way. High like the Chronic, that's word of Dr. Dre. H-Mac, I'ma put it down. Every time I'm rhyming, they be loving my sound. Can't nobody really do it like me. Winning in my psyche. Shout my homie who be rocking Nike. On the zip up, I get props. Whenever I be spitting, they gon' see me on TikTok for hip hop. I'ma put it down for all of y'all. I be cold shivery. This here is the chronicle delivery. Delivering the magazine and the periodical. I got the hottest flow, you know I brought it, bro. I ain't never slipping. Yeah, y'all just be assisting. I'm Michael Jordan, these rappers like Pippen. Think they on my level, homie, they be tripping. I grip the mic and then I'm about to slam the jam from LA to Afghanistan. I'm about to break it down till I find my peace. They bought my music in the Middle East, yeah. All my lyrics are gigantic, I'm about to make them panic. They can feel my shit across the whole planet, yeah. Lyrics is what I'm about to push. He was like, yo, he's rapping right now. He said, shush, please be quiet, he's really getting down. I'ma blow your mind with the rhymes that's profound. I be doing me, and y'all know they never doing Harry. When it come to lyrics, all my flows are revolutionary. What I mean to say is when I'm spitting off the brain, I be revolutionary, go against the grain. I'm about to make a change the whole earth. I'm about to blow your mind with the freestyle verse. The beat style, but I wasn't ready to end. H-Mac be the freestyle internet trend. Let's go.
Yo.
Hello. Do you like my new intro? That was new. I like that.
Yeah, this is new. I made it after I uploaded that video this morning. I got a comment about that video this morning, and somebody going, "Oh, finish the sentence, BJ. They're not what, or they're not men doing what they are good at, or they're not men." That somebody must have been gay in the chat, and they got offended by it. So I got rid of them. But yeah, no, I made it after that. I just put two clips together, and basically this is what got. It's kind of like inviting you into the Bible. It's like, God, come read the Bible, and then you'll see what it says. And I kind of thought along lines like, well, what can I make it sound? I mean, obviously Jesus is to do with the Bible, but what do people recognize? And I thought they definitely recognize Noah's Ark. You know what I mean? And it's so I just thought, I put two clips together, and that's what came out with. I'll play it again quickly. That. See, I thought it was all right. And so I'm going to use that as part of my intro, and the other one, my older one that I did, I'm going to keep as the outro sort of thing. I think it's pretty cool. But the music you hear in it, the sound effects, the book and all that dropping down, that's part of the AI. But the music that's with it, I had to add that sort of thing. So how are we doing?
Good. How about yourself?
How are you doing?
No, I'm hanging in there like a hare in a biscuit.
Did you catch any leprechauns?
No, they all jumped in a black hole and ran to planet Quasark, and I couldn't catch up to them because my ship only does the run in 8 parsecs, and no, you can't do it as quick as they can.
Nice. I was going to say, second part of the day, we'll start off with Jim's done a couple more observations, so we'll do that and then get straight into it and get it finished. See what Dave's saying, see if he kind of redeems himself with anything, which I doubt. And not after he got to New Testament yesterday, and it was all downhill from there. Did you put out that video, Roger?
No, I haven't done it yet.
You haven't done it? No. I've only got like 40 views on it. I think it might offend a few people. I don't care. I might even put it out as a live later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rum Boston Bear asked me to pull up one of my old streams. I've been busy looking for it. I can't find it yet. He wants to see Jesse Path of Light come on and do it. He came on my show and did 2 demonstrations, and he never really did prove anything and never came back.
No doubt.
So, Boston Bear wanted to hear him because he was on space audits yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're trying to, He's going to the marathon. He's supposed to in Antarctica. So.
Oh yeah. Cool. 2 seconds. I was just right. Jim first. I'm just quickly. What was I about to check? Oh yeah. I've got to check my last video because it says I've got a copyright on it. I'm just wondering if it's a copyright that. No, it's obviously okay because the video's still up. But let me just check it quickly to see what.
I think I watched these this morning.
Because sometimes the copyright is just for like you can't see it, you won't be able to see it in Belarus or Russia, which I've got no subs there anyway, so that doesn't bother me. So it's this one, right? Do it 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let's see.
I'm so surprised people in Belarus don't know who you are, PJ.
Yeah, especially with like the millions and millions of subs I've got, you know what I mean? And all the like billions of views I get. Yeah, of course, they're bound to know me. Come on, Peach, hurry up. Right, thank you. Oh, it's weird because I put the age restriction on it. It's also got a copyright, but it doesn't show up straight away when you first put the video up. Right, what is it, please? Right, copyright, see details. Copyright claim and it doesn't affect the channel. There are no visibility restrictions, and that's all good. It's all good. But it's only got 14 views, so I'm gonna put it out as a live later, as a pre-recorded, because it's only got 14 views. So I'll stick it out as a live after Flats has been on or something, just for people. It's just like a premiere, but it'll be under the live tag rather than the video tag. You know what I mean? Right, Jim. Well, let's do the 6-minute one and keep the 3-minute one. Yeah, let's do the 6-minute one. Keep the 3-minute one. Oh yes, classical.
Yes, the Valkyrie.
Yeah, it is. So,
No, I think that's the ninth overture.
okay. Is that what I haven't got a clue between them? I'm saying it is, and I don't even know.
I think that's Beethoven's ninth, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it does. It does sound like Beethoven, actually. Now you say it. That is Beethoven's ninth. It is Ninth Symphony. It is. You're right.
What's-
I know he did
Hey guys, what's real quick? What's Beethoven's favorite fruit?
Go on.
Banana.
Banana, 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 banana. Like it. Like it.
I
So
think
it
Baz
says-
is right about it, though. I think this is Beethoven.
It is. It is. It is. As soon as he said the ninth, that's it. Yeah, of course, it is.
He did one with the
6:30
Valkyrie earlier. I know he
temperature
did.
8 degrees. 8 degrees. Is that
That's
eight,
cold.
Is that 8 degrees Celsius or minus 8 degrees Celsius with the thing at the wrong end, the dash at the wrong end? I think that's just the thing. It's 8 degrees Celsius. Humidity obviously isn't going to be minus in Australia at that point. Humidity 96. No. Okay.
So what is that in Fahrenheit, PJ?
Sorry.
8 degrees. What is that in Fahrenheit?
I think it's 33.
Yeah, but I was going to say yes. 8 degrees. 8 degrees for me is perfect. 8 degrees right. I don't like anything above say 18, 20 degrees Celsius. But 8 degrees Celsius, I could walk outside in a t-shirt and not a problem. Not a problem.
I kind of find that funny that it's 1 degree below freezing or above freezing. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's not 1 degree above freezing. It's 7 degrees. It's 8 degrees above freezing. It's not 1. It's 8 degrees.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about 33.
Oh, right. You're talking about if it was in Fahrenheit. Right. Yeah. Right. Got you. Yeah. It makes no sense to me, Fahrenheit. But if you take Fahrenheit, apparently Fahrenheit is more accurate than Celsius because it goes into smaller units, doesn't it? So, yeah. Anyway, let's do it. Yeah, it's Beethoven's ninth. Without a doubt.
Very climatic.
So it's a bit loud. I can't hear you if you talk.
It is loud, isn't it? But I mean, it's always a tune you're always going to recognize. You might not know who composed it, but you're always going to recognize it. My dad was a geek like that.
Beethoven.
Yeah. Let's
My
go
dad
from
was-
orange to yellow. Let's do a luminous yellow today.
My dad listened to like crap like Chopin. And he'd brag about it, what he knew.
Yeah, no, let's stick to the minimal. Yellow for the change. No, actually, let's make it mustardy. A bit more
You gonna go
mustardy.
mustard?
Yeah, a bit more mustardy. It's a bit more mustardy.
Yeah, I'm having bratwurst for dinner.
That's more mustard.
Dominic Gray Poupon.
Classic commercial. And two Rolls Royce pull up beside each other. One rolls down the window. Pardon me, sir. Do you have any grape poupon?
The game's
sorry.
master in the who's.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I should go over and watch the early bird.
Yeah. I think the early bird is finished now. He finished 20 minutes ago. He starts at 1 a.m. 1 p.m. for me and finishes at 3. Because he used to finish just in time to go on to Nathan Oakley's for 2 p.m.
I get you.
Oh, so
Nathan
for me,
ain't doing it anymore.
yeah, it just depends. For me, it used to be hold on. Yeah, it would be midday he started for me, but 1 p.m. for Arwen, because 2 hours later, I was 3 p.m. for him and 2 p.m. for me. And that's when he went to Nathan Oakley's. He literally used to go straight from his own stream to Nathan Oakley's. When he used to watch at the end of his stream for Nathan starting. He always did that every day. Watch at the end of his stream for Nathan starting. Then he'd say bye as soon as Nathan started, because he was part of the team at the time, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
and can you send me 10 pounds, or I'm not going to be able to show up today?
I know. We ain't got many people in today, man. We had like a good few in this yesterday. We had a good turnout last night, though.
Yeah.
I mean, my now average views, my before average views, what I used to get as an average view, I'll just say 150, is now high views for me now. So like last night's one has got 150 odd, which is now high views, which used to be average. You know what I mean? So it's all good. It's all good still. I think everybody's views have dropped since TFA, things like that. Since the Eddie Banjo thing as well.
I get you.
Is that purple? Bloody purple light.
Purple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It's opaque. Well, it's kind of like between opaque and transparent. You know what I mean? So, but I couldn't tell the proper color because of it.
That quick little stream I did last night got 80 views.
That's fair play. Fair play. That's good. That's good.
The last stream I actually did do was 141.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that used to be my average, like between 150 and 200-ish. Well, I'd say about 150 was average, but nowadays 150 is kind of high views for me.
I was getting 220 odd views the week before. That's not bad.
Yeah, I think LJ's right there as well. It seems like views correlate with FE content since FE topics have more views. That's true. That's true. FE topics do have more views. But that, I've always done flat earth stuff, but not as my main thing. But my flat earth stuff before was just got the same views as my biblical stuff, scriptural stuff. The only time my flat earth stuff got any more views is if it had bloody Whitson or Jaren's name in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't want it to have Whitson and Jaren's name in it just to get views. But yeah, I agree.
I forgot to put the N in the house.
Yeah.
I'm going to delete that.
Well, that's true, because most of the flat earth channels that are out there have been there for time, since the beginning, and there's not much more to say. You know what I mean? We haven't got any new evidence of anything. You know, the evidence is already there. I mean, our observations are still there. You know what I mean? The Black Swan is still there. Loads of Black Swan. I mean, the evidence is still all out there. We just haven't got anything groundbreaking that could actually 100% change absolutely everybody's minds. You know, because even if you did, even if you had video footage somehow of being outside the Earth and could show that it's flat, it wouldn't be believed. You know,
You're probably right. But I do like what Space Audits are doing. They're cracking the egg even further.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
they're pulling apart.
Yeah, Flats does get more views when he talks flat Earth, obviously, but he's got nothing else to say about it, and I don't blame him. I mean, well, he still says he'll talk about it in a scriptural sense, but he's just not being part of the community, which I don't blame him because everybody's gone mad with it, you know. But I don't mind talking about flat Earth. I'm not going to stop talking about flat Earth. I just don't have it as my main topic. I mean, there's bound to be a bit of flat Earth in this because it's Dave. I've still got that dome one to finish from last week that I didn't finish. You know, over there, the dude, Mystery Teachings. I've still got to finish that off as well, sort of thing.
LJ's never heard of Space Audits before.
All right. Okay. Yeah, put a link in for him.
Yeah, if they would drop the ether stuff, they would be much better.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is a bit repetitive, but I mean, unfortunately, it can't help but be repetitive because there's only so much information out there. I mean, we've gone through it all, haven't we? I mean, people that Glover said that flat earthers don't do anything. But people back in the day were going out doing observations all the time, even down to Ranty, who's now a Glover, allegedly. He used to go out and do observations, even the likes of Sleeping Warrior and that. It's in demonstrations, debates, presentations, observations, you know, empirical proof, you know, evidence. And it's still not, I mean, yes, obviously a lot of people have been come to see flat earth through it, but all you can just keep doing is putting out the same information, you know what I mean? And every now and again and hope that someone new sees it, you know. That's all you can do.
Yeah, guess who's on Space Audits though? Just check it out. Ruhif's on their Discord trying to like refute their claims.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Wow. Ruhif.
I love that man. So he's never answered any of my questions though.
Well, he won't. He thinks he's above your questions.
Oh yeah. But he did admit he does have a faith in this, you know. He believes in the globe.
Right. 100%.
He got his faith in the wrong place, PJ.
But
his faith in God might be there.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Jim. You actually got to the end of the house. Good. How you actually managed to end it there. Perfect. Good. Keep this one for tomorrow, just in case you don't get any more up in the meantime. But bless you, Jim. I'll put a link in for people watching the chat replay. Right. Cool. It's for people watching the chat replay. Go and sub to Jim. Every time I put in a blooming lately, it says error. Try again. Right, thank you. It's going out this time. I hate that when it comes up red. Error, try again. Why? My signal's fine, so why is it having trouble going through? It's stupid. Right, let's get this video up. Dave, we were how far in? 25 minutes? Yeah, 25 minutes. Just
some more truth right quick.
Yes, let's see. Well, like I say, I agreed with them completely up until he said New Testament. And yes, I believe in the New Testament. Unfortunately, he doesn't. Right, video file. Oh, yeah, I'll have to look for it again because it's way down. Yes, wow. There we go. Then loads to the. Right, so 25, I think we were at. Let's take it 24th for 30. Just to be sure. There we go.
Yeah, maybe he needs to add more sugar to his lemonade.
Maybe. Well, a lot more, because from what I hear, it's going to taste better. Not a problem, Jim. Always a pleasure, man.
He's a baddie. He's part of the system.
Yeah, of
You
course
don't
he is.
ever get to be president unless you're part of the club, you know. And even the Muggles are starting to see that there is this system out there.
Who was he talking about here? Can you remember?
Mm.
Can't remember.
I think I know who he's talking about. Was it Mandela?
Oh, no. Mandela was another video we did.
Yeah.
Jaden.
No, he's talking about the presidents. Then I think
It's possible.
That as soon as you become famous, or you got the potential to become famous, you get brought into a club, and you work for them now. Yeah. And you don't get fame, power, and money
Not without selling.
Without some kind of, I don't know,
trade-off.
Yeah, trade-off of the soul. But the thing is, the soul is not yours to sell, so it's all a big lie. But yeah, I agree with him with this part. He's right here. Absolutely, that's what happens.
Part of the club.
Baza, again, look, if you want to say something, just chime in, dude.
Ching.
Baza, all good?
Yeah, bro.
Cool.
You know, so yeah, we've been living in Disneyland. You know, we think the world is just so, and everybody is on
By the way, guys, when Dave glitches out or you hear some sound anomalies, it's not on this side. It is actually that podcast.
an equal footing. You know, so you know, if you don't progress in this world, then it's down to you. There's something wrong with you. No, this system is rigged against you, and
Yeah, he probably would have been. I think the guy on the right was in the documentary level. It wouldn't surprise me. Dave Murphy's been in Flat Earth since 2015 or so. Anyway, I mean, after Mark Sargent, I mean, on the British side, he was one of the first ones, I think, that put out some stuff. But a lot of it was to do with ethereal stuff as well, church buildings, spires, and all that. He believes in the moon map as well. But yeah, he's been in it since year dot. I think. But he's more than likely has been in a documentary like that, LJ. Oh, babe, you've got a sore head, have you? Sorry, I haven't got WhatsApp up. Have you been texting me on WhatsApp? I think she might have. What is my stuff?
She's got some pills laying around, doesn't she? Migraines usually aren't pillable, though.
Yeah, I know that's the thing about migraines. I mean, sometimes an ibuprofen will help because it takes pressure off the blood vessels and that. You know, it's an anti-inflammatory, isn't it? So, sometimes it helps a little better than paracetamol, or you call them Tylenol.
Yeah, I use naproxen myself.
And naproxen, that's just a stronger version of ibuprofen. It's another anti-inflammatory. It's just a stronger version.
Salt in it, just straight anti-inflammatories. It does work.
They do work. Yeah, they do work, absolutely.
She don't need a medical advice. Is that what she's saying?
She doesn't. No, she doesn't need medical advice. She gives her own medical advice.
Yeah.
No, but she's saying not medical advice because we're talking about tablets. Yeah, not medical advice, by the way.
Oh yeah, okay. Gotcha.
YouTube admin, not medical advice.
We're just talking about headaches, people.
I'm sorry, YouTube admin. I won't slash my finger across the screen. Yum, yum.
You're aiming for a strike, mister.
Oh no, that's strike. That'll be called a knife next. Oh, what? My goodness, that already happened. I forgot.
You can put an eye out with that thing.
I'm telling you, an eye for an eye. Anyway, let's carry on.
you only sort of progress in this world if you're part of their club.
Oh, and there you go. There you go. Tim says there, look, Dave Murphy was the first FB dude I learnt about. His video in 2015 woke me up. Yeah. So I'm saying he's good when it comes to Flat Earth, but when it comes to scripture. He's got some funky ideas. Some of it's right, a lot of it's wrong, especially because he doesn't adhere to the New Testament.
What's that? Yeah.
Funny handshakes and all that malarkey.
Exactly. Funny handshakes. Yeah.
Yes.
the good signs, you know, the.
Oh, you had to do that, didn't you? You had to do it, didn't you, dear? Oh, Eddie doesn't see this.
You mean Betty Anjo?
Eddie Anjo.
Oh,
Yeah, those handshakes are something.
Sorry, Baza, go on. Sorry, I played the video. I didn't realize you were talking.
No, you're good. I was saying those handshakes are something. I was in court once for a family matter, and my cousin, who's he's kind of like the black sheep of the family, so he's not really been around. We don't talk to him. Anyway, we went to court, and the lawyer shows up, and he shakes his hand, my cousin's hand, and he's wearing his deceased father's Mason ring, and so he shakes his hand, and then he reaches over and he shakes my hand, and I give him a firm, manly man handshake. And yeah, and then he looks over at my cousin, and then he comes back and he shakes my hand a second time.
Ooh.
Right, like trying to wonder, maybe I didn't realize, the first time around, maybe I didn't realize that he was in the club or something,
Right.
So I gave him the regular handshake the second time, but I was like, oh yeah, okay, I see you, buddy.
He was waiting for the little tickle on the arm, on the wrist or something.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't come through. Praise the Lord.
Well, if you separate 2 or 3 fingers in the handshake, they automatically know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They've got all sorts of funny ways of finding that, haven't they? Madness.
Shouldn't have done that because somebody's going to take a still and go, look, see, he's a Freemason,
Oh,
yeah, literally what I just said, Dave.
Well, I look at that as a badge of honor these days to be called that, because it means we're obviously on the target somewhere.
Yes.
Funny you should say so, Brian. I get more headaches lately than I usually get. They haven't been bad lately, but a few weeks ago I had a really bad one. PJ, does the government where you are allow people to have firearms in their homes? Like, no. Like you own a gun in general? No, not in general. If you Vicky would be able to tell you more. If you live in a farm, stuff like that, yeah, you're allowed firearms. But no, we're not allowed firearms as defense. No.
Farmers' mums.
Yeah, farmers and all that, not a problem. We can use firearms for sport, hunting, stuff like that, but for protection in the home, no. We can't go past CS gas, I don't think. Even if we use CS gas, if we've got that, it's classed as an offensive weapon. But I think you're allowed to use it in the home if someone breaks in, but you can't carry it around the streets with you or anything, I don't think. But no, we are not allowed firearms for defense, no.
That's so crazy to me.
Yes. And the thing is, even if we were, I wouldn't be allowed because I've got a lifetime firearms ban just for doing a 3-year sentence, just for doing a 3-year prison sentence. To get out of prison, I had to sign the Firearms Act. And
so PJ, that brings up who regulates the criminals and their guns? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's my argument for people who are anti-gun or whatever. That's my argument. The toothpaste is out of the tube. You can't, the bad guys got them. What are you going to do?
That's right. Now, in general, I mean, I don't mind guns and that for sport, whatever, hunting, great. I wish we didn't have a society where we would need guns. I wish that. But if I was in the States, if I lived in the States, or if it was allowed, if it was legal here, yes, I'd own a gun for defense. Even though I don't really agree with them, just for, you know what I mean? But for defense, yeah, I just wish that we didn't have to use them at all. But yeah, we're not allowed them. Mad, isn't it?
Yes,
you can see, if you talk about any truth, you'll get censored. You even said at the beginning, don't talk about certain things.
Yes, Terry, I did know. PJ, in your intro, the animation shows the alien playing cricket. Did you know that? Yeah, it's baseball. It's baseball. But yeah, I did know that. Yeah, because it's meant to be not. It's meant to be about not being reality, isn't it? So you've got, you know what I mean. You've got an alien playing baseball, smashing the dome, but I couldn't get the AI to smash the dome and going out into space, and it says this is not reality, sort of thing. So, and we talk about things like aliens, demons, stuff like that. So yeah, I did know. Yeah, but it's actually baseball. Yeah.
Because it'll be squashed. If what we're talking about means nothing, they wouldn't go to the trouble to censor us, right? Nobody's censoring. You know, the people who are talking about Elvis is still alive. Because
well, no, it's not getting censored, but it doesn't get pushed, does it? It doesn't get pushed. I mean,
Putting gay frogs in the water.
Well, that's why we're getting censored, to tell you the truth. People like that.
Yeah.
Gay frogs in the water. Oh, sorry, they're making the frogs gay with the water. How do they make the frogs gay again? I don't know.
There's a cricket stadium in Melbourne called MCG where they have an indoor roof. It's the batsman hits the ball and it strikes the roof. They declare it a dead ball. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that.
That make it hard to play.
I'll show you. Have you seen my new one? I don't know if you were here when I showed it. I'll quickly show you my new intro. I'm using both of them, but here's my new one. This is my new one. It's only 15 seconds long. That's my new one. I'm using that as the intro now, and the old one I'm using as the outro. Yeah,
that arc looks better than the other ones that you were showing the other day.
It does. It does. That art looks pretty funky. Yeah, it's a bit bulbous at the bottom, but a bit bulky. But it's all good. It's all good. I like it.
Nobody cares about that, but it's the things we talk about that they will clamp down on because we're too close to the target there.
Oh God!
It's funny though. I was looking at the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Have you heard of them?
Oh yeah,
I've been down that rabbit hole.
I don't know much about it. I just know it's like I've been told a little bit. I'll let him explain because I don't know much about it. I just know it's from bloody mythology, isn't it? It's more false idols, false gods.
Yeah, the bit that I saw, there was a big war on Mars. So Thoth and two or three other gods had to escape and come to Earth because Mars got too much in war and the atmosphere was uninhabitable, and so they came to Earth and whatever.
Story.
Sounds a little bit like Scientology a bit.
Yeah, cool story, bro.
Yes, very cool story. Very cool story.
Yeah, I was going to say it's kind of mythos, all that is.
Right, of course.
The Emerald Tablets of
See what he's got to say about it then. Because I don't know much about them.
Both. No, I can't say that I have, if I'm honest.
Okay, so there are these tablets that are engraved in these,
Yeah, Tara, I prefer the new one. That's why I'm going to use it as the intro, and the old one I'm just using as the outro. Yeah, I prefer the new one because it's more scriptural. It is. The other one's not scriptural. It's just to do with truth, reality and unreality. So, yeah, I'll use the. I agree with you. I prefer the new one.
Hey, maybe I should give AI a shot. Maybe I'll try to make an intro like that.
It's only like an 8 second. I mean, I'm not using it for elaborate videos or anything. It's just you only get it'll only give you an 8-second clip. And the way I do it, the most you'll get is an 8-second clip. You have to choose the type of framing, like if it's over the shoulder, point of view, down a bird's eye view type thing. You get to choose the scenery, like the lighting sort of thing, the aspect. Then you give it a prompt.
Green tablet, the green sort of stone, like emerald stones. and they're thousands of years old. Now, Tablet 8 tells of an invasion again of a serpentine type people, and they have technology that looks like man. So these creatures can impersonate humans.
So shapeshift.
And what they do with that technology to shapeshift, essentially. I'm not sure.
If you can shapeshift, do you think that's technology? I would say that's a demonic thing, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? A demonic or a demonic thing. I would say that would be in disembodied spirits. I mean, or I don't know, maybe fallen angels, but I wouldn't say it's a technological thing.
No, I definitely wouldn't. And this person keeps calling me. Sorry.
No doubt.
They're what do you call it? The grifters. I was going to say, how do you be a shapeshifter and organically shapeshift your body? That's not technology.
No.
You can cut your body up and stuff, but that's something else.
Exactly.
But if you're that's
if you're shapeshifting, exactly, your whole body's being turned into something else. I mean, even if there was technology that could disguise your body as something else or someone else, whatever, that's not shapeshifting. That's a disguise. That's a mask. You know, that's a facade of some sort.
If it's shape-shifting, but because one of the phrases is serpent-headed when the glamour is lifted. Yeah, glamour basically means magic. So it sounds like a technology, like a holographic technology. They can where they can look more.
Holographic technology. Well, that's not shapeshifting, then, is it? That's not shapeshifting if it's holographic
Definitely
technology.
not.
And I'm not too sure about this holographic technology. I do think they've got it for like projecting stuff in the sky, so to speak, stuff like that. But when it comes to turning people into something else, I'm not sure about it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they're trying to make technology like that. But I think it's more along the AI kind of robots that will go away for vessels, for demons or whatever, you know. But you know,
like humans. And you know what? Even today, we're seeing that. You can find videos of again celebrities and newscasters and people in the club.
Yeah, that's true, babe. Oh no, wrong one. I'm calling Tarek, babe. It's going to be illegal to talk about Islam soon in the UK. Guaranteed.
Where the glamour starts to drop, and you see either, I don't know, their faces start to morph or their eyes become.
Right, okay. I mean, I have seen some of them videos and some of them are quite convincing, absolutely. But there is some of them that are just glitches. Like the old Elvis Presley one. There's one where you see him all glitching out and all that. It's really bad quality. And they're saying it's a lizard person. But then you see it when you go to the original footage, the same footage where it's clear, all that blockiness is not happening. It's just through loads of compression, stuff like that. But you do get the ones that glitch out that people think are actually turning lizards and stuff. No, I don't believe that. I believe if we see lizards, I do believe people can see lizard people, absolutely. But if they do, it's demons. It's demons, without a doubt.
Yeah, I've seen lizards and I've seen people. I can determine the two. You know.
Yeah, right.
Serpentine and whatever.
Chilling in the hoos. Good to see you. And Puma Virus, good to see you, bro.
That's really funny you say that.
Glamour is.
Sorry. Right, sorry.
That wasn't me, man.
Okay. I thought somebody was talking. Did you talk about that? Oh, do you know what it is? Sometimes when Dave's talking in this and the other guy talks, I think it's one of you two guys.
Nope.
It's lifted.
It's really funny you say that because as you're doing that, because of the internet connection, your face is going.
Yes, my point exactly. Because he's glitching out. It's sometimes that. It's sometimes just that glitching out.
You're one of them.
No, it's not
See,
me.
like that, like that. Someone would take that, and when it starts getting all blocky and pixelated, someone would take that and say, "Look, see, he's turning into a demon. He's turning into a lizard." I just think that's silly.
He's morphing right away. Yeah.
I mean, there's one that someone showed me, a David Icke, that was on Odyssey or something, and like, come on. And they're convinced that this is actually real, and like it's not. It's just glitching out. It's just glitching out. I do believe these things happen, and I do believe it's demonic, but it's not how they say it, this actual lizard people. No, I believe if people see lizard people, then it's demonic.
Sorry, I had to get that in there.
It basically says it describes that these entities have crept into the positions of power, and they kill.
Look at the pause when he's got his hands up, scared. Ah!
I'm waiting for him to grow another finger.
They kill the leaders and replace them, and
So that pause there was Dave being replaced. He just been replaced.
You know about that cloning thing, don't you, PJ?
Oh yeah. Well, I know I've got PJ Cooker cloning. He's always wanting to be like me. I don't know why, because I'm nothing special.
But I think one of the phrases in it is that only by sound can their faces be seen, and powerful men on the good side found out that there's a word that you can teach to men that if they say it, the glamour is lifted, and you can see them for who they are. And they.
You mean like a spell? Like wizardry?
Mankind was taught this word, and we were able to kick them out. But then one of the last lines is, but they weren't destroyed, and they're coming back. And I believe that account on the Emerald Tablets of Thoth is about that previous civilization.
Right, you believe things like Emerald Tablets of Thoth, but you don't believe the New Testament. What?
Wow.
Isn't that mental that you could believe some mythological like that, but something like the New Testament, Jesus can be verified as being a real person, at least archaeological proof and stuff like that, places, times. But when it comes to this, where there's not much proof for, it's a lot of hearsay. I mean, I don't say it doesn't happen. Like I say, if it does, it's more of a demonic thing. But yeah, he'd rather believe in that than the actual truth of the New Testament. But
you know what chapped my hide is when he said that the guy that got nailed to a stick and just left it at that. Yeah.
That bugged me. Do you know something? And I knew before I did this video that he said that, and I totally forgot, because about a week ago I was conversating with Can't Fix Stupid in Messenger, and that's what kind of chapped his ass about it as well. He says this. I'm like, you're kidding. He doesn't. And I knew he said that, and I totally forgot about it. We spoke about it. In these respects, he respects Dave absolutely for his flat earth information. Absolutely same as me. But when it comes to the scriptural stuff, a lot to be desired. Much to be desired, should I say. Not a lot to be desired. Much to be desired.
How it descended into wickedness. And it was a warning that they weren't destroyed totally. They're still around, but they're coming back. And this is...
Aren't there Chinese cars that sort of shapeshift for parallel parking? So on YouTube Shorts is really impressive. Yeah, I think I know what you're on about.
That must be demonic too. It's shape-shifting,
Hey, Total Level. Long time since the last time. Absolutely. Good to see you. Good to see you.
What I think has actually happened. These people, these entities have crept into the positions of power, and they're now we're now at the end game. We're now at the end game that
these entities have crept into places of power. I mean, yeah, but I don't think it's the entities. I mean, maybe bloodlines or whatever. I don't know, but entities. I think that's they're not entities themselves. The entities come into them, maybe, which is demonic. That's how I would see it. You know?
Oh yeah, PJ reminds me. If Noah's wife was corrupted, that means all of his sons were corrupted too.
Yeah.
That's just
That's what I'm saying. Nowhere does it say it was Noah's wife. Nowhere does it say it was anyone. But you have to put it Noah's wife for some reason. Why? Don't know. Doesn't say it anywhere.
Nope.
All bets are off, and now they're going hell for leather to utterly destroy us.
Is this why we're having
it still has to be very slow though.
Geoengineering?
Geoengineering. They're killing all the crops. They're killing all the feed animals. They're literally going hell for leather to exterminate us without even.
Yeah, but that's not entities, is it? That's people like the blooming government putting chemtrails, all that kind of crap. What you call it, fluoride in the water, all that kind of stuff. It's not entities doing that. Yet they might be influenced by these entities, but it's not the entities, it's actual people.
I heard it was a necessary evil, PJ.
Well, a necessary evil, okay. Yeah.
One of the pilots that actually flew those chemtrail planes actually made that statement. I'm like, all right, necessary evil. That's
wow. Well, he has to justify it because he's flying the plane. He's trying to comfort himself. He's trying to justify it to himself.
About hiding
exactly
themselves anymore, you know, because they believe they've dumbed us down to such an extent that you know they feel there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, we've got news for them.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do about it? What do you mean you've got news for them? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I mean, I've got God on my side and Christ on my side so I can pray about these things. But if you haven't, what are you doing about it? You can't go out and fight entities, can you? Entities that you've got no way of getting hold of.
Well, I know what he's going to do about it, PJ. He's going to go out and buy David Icke's latest book.
There's necessary evil to keep good, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah. But if you're saying it's a necessary evil, I mean, like things like, I don't know what to say to as an example. I mean, maybe what you're saying is a necessary evil is not evil. It's actual tough love. Is that not what maybe you're saying more? Tough love rather than a necessary evil? I don't know.
Well, it's like saying Adolf was a necessary evil or...
Right. No, exactly.
But at the same time, I believe the Most High is also working on our behalf, because I believe the top echelons of this system are dying off. Yeah, we've already seen, you know, several key members of their club just shuffling off the mortal coil. You know, the Queen was one. Now, I believe she died at least 4 years before they announced it to us. I think.
Oh, wait, Vicky sent me a video. I'm not going to play it because it sounds a bit dodgy to play on here, but it's Vicky said, "What the actual F? Dave, don't swear at me. Who takes other people's unalived babies home to watch TV? Shit like this gives me nightmares. If I find out someone did this to her daughter, I'd be in prison for life. With poor families, absolutely, babe." So it's a video. I'll put the link in for people if they want to see it. I'm not going to play it. Obviously, with that kind of content, I think it might be a little bit dodgy to play on here. But I'll put the link in for people. This link that Vicky just gave me. I'll watch it afterwards as well. Oh, come on, Emma. Why does it keep doing that? Right, now it's in. I'll put it in private chat as well. It's a Facebook video. Yeah, I'll have a look at it in a bit, babe. I'll have a look at it straight after this stream. Right. Let's go.
You know, Charlie Sausage Fingers is also gone.
Oh, do you?
You know, because
Charlie Sausage Fingers. Who's that?
all we're seeing is a lot of oh yeah, I think he's we've been seeing a lot of his body doubles and stuff.
Oh, we're talking. Is he talking about the king? FV Nation. Who the heck said it was at this point? We're not even talking about that. He come in and FV Nation goes straight in. The moon is not plasma or see-through. I disagree, FE. I completely disagree. I know your view on it, bro. I know your view on it. I just think you're wrong.
I'm still trying to figure out who the sausage fingers are.
Yeah, I think he's on about Charles, King Charles. King Charles. But that's not even the topic, bro. But there's a link if anybody wants a link to watch the video.
And there's at least 5 of them. Yeah, the sausage fingered one is just one. Sometimes you'll see him without sausage fingers, or you'll see him hugging people. He doesn't.
FE Nation, I've watched your videos before. I've watched them before. I will watch the clip, but I'm not watching it here now on here because that's not what it's about. But I will watch it. But I've seen your videos before. They don't convince me that they are shadows. They don't convince me that they are shadows on the moon.
Hug people, but none of that.
With regards to things like TV appearances, with CGI and AI.
David says, KG, you're right, it's a baseball, but I'm positive I saw a baller running up to ball. That's why I said cricket. No, there is a fielder out there. There is a fielder out there. He's probably just throwing it. I don't know. Or a bowler. I don't know.
And P.S. Baseball is not a plasma.
Say again.
The baseball.
Yeah, the baseball's not plasma. All right, I'm watching it now. So you're telling me just because, right, so you think that went behind the moon? You think that went behind the moon and then disappeared? Okay. Could it not just be a light that went out? Right, okay, right, I'll show you guys. I'll show you the clip. This still doesn't convince me, FB Nation. It still doesn't convince me. Not that it matters. This, like it says, this is not the topic. I don't know why you've come in trying to prove a point. Don't know why you come in and try to prove a point. This is not even a flat earth thing. It's not even a flat earth channel.
He knows where one's at.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. This does not convince me that thing went behind the moon. That light went behind the moon. Right, let's watch it.
Okay.
It's only 45 seconds.
I want to know what those electric worms are that go across the
field of view and appear to disappear behind the moon. Here we go.
Yeah. So this light disappears.
That looks like a star. Yeah.
It could be. I mean, don't know for sure. What are you laughing at, Nettie? Right, so there.
It went out behind the moon. Did you see that? It just blinked out.
So that's meant to convince me why. Don't people say sometimes the moon has like a phase where it looks as though it's solid. I agree. Sometimes it looks solid. Sometimes it doesn't. You know. So,
Yeah,
but
plasma-
that doesn't convince me that the moon is solid.
Yeah.
Why would that convince me? And you're just going to ha at me. Well, if you're going to be like that, don't be here. If you're just going to ha and just why you came in trying to prove a point when we weren't even talking about the bloody moon. We're talking about Dave's podcast. You came in trying to prove a point. If you want to just ha and be like that, then don't be here, bro. I don't believe that the moon is a bloody rock, and you're not going to convince me that it is.
Well, can plasmas be solid enough?
Well,
that it
okay,
actually
what about, right, this is one clip. What about all the other clips where you see stars through the moon? What about all those other clips? So you're using one clip, like you say that everybody else would probably do. You know, one clip is not going to prove it to me, bro. I don't even know what that light was. I don't know whether it was a star. I don't know if it was a light in the sky. I don't know if it was a whatever. I don't know what that light was. You know, I haven't got a clue.
I got a question for you, though, right quick.
Yeah.
Can plasmas be thick enough that would actually obscure your view?
Possibly. Like I say, we don't know what the moon is. We don't know what it is, bro. You're saying I admit I don't know what the moon is, but I don't think it's a solid, that's for sure. They're either in front or behind. What? What are you talking about?
You're talking about the stars.
But you're telling me you know that they are shadows in the moon. I will tell you I don't know. But you will tell me you know. So, no, you don't know, bro. You don't know. We know shit about the moon. We know shit about the sun.
And NASA doesn't know shit about the sun. Or
you don't even need the body
Yeah.
double as such, do you?
Exactly.
Obviously, for public events, you do, but for TV,
Jack's good to see you, brother. Good to see you, bro.
or speeches, you don't.
No, you don't. I think they showed us that. I can't remember what year it was when they did a Queen speech where she's
Moomin Rider in the house. Long time, bro. I haven't seen you for a little while, yeah? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. It's good to see you as well, FB Nation. Absolutely brilliant to see you. But it's a pity you just come in saying, look at this video. Try to prove a point when we weren't even talking about that. But yeah, I love you too, man.
she ended up breakdancing or something. But at the beginning of the Queen's speech, it looked like the Queen. And then, you know, they were showing us that they can complete.
Yeah, Dave is cool. Dave's cool when it comes to his flat earth stuff. I believe a lot of his flat earth stuff. But when it comes to scriptural stuff, no, he's not. No, he's not. He sat and said about the New Testament being an inconvenience and talking about that guy who got nailed to a stick. I don't think that's good. But when it comes to flat earth, his information is good. I don't agree with him in all stuff to do with flat earth. Absolutely. But when it comes to scripture, I 100% disagree with his views on the New Testament. And to say that guy nailed on a stick is very disrespectful.
Fake, you know, a broadcast. So yeah, you're right. We don't know. Well, who's watching television anymore?
Well, yeah,
anyone?
unfortunately, there's probably still too many. But yeah, but you're right. They did exactly the same thing for 9/11, didn't they? There was only 3 cameras that showed showed it live. Man.
Been growing flower. Akuma, I wish I could send some of my. Oh, right, you're off. Right, okay, got you. I know it. Right, I got you. Bless, bro.
And
I thought you were talking about actual flowers.
In all of those shots, there was no plane scene.
For a minute.
I was actually at 9/11, and yeah, so I was almost in it because I turned down.
Was it 9/11? Wow, what was he doing in New York?
Everybody was at 9/11.
Well, mind you, do you know something? When it happened, in Fraserburgh, the town I'm from in Scotland, the actual fire brigade, you know, the fire people, what you call them, fire services, what do you call fire engine people? Firemen. And that.
Yeah, firemen.
There was, because where I'm from, the town, it's a part-time fire service sort of thing. But they all, like a lot of the families went to 9/11 to help out. But yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was there. Yeah.
Was he?
Abe Lincoln.
I didn't know.
I mean,
Yeah, he was one of the first ones out though, so he made it.
Nice. So you met Dave at Flattoberfest. Okay. He does seem like a nice guy. He definitely does seem like a decent enough guy. I just don't agree with his views on scripture. But he was definitely disrespectful saying about that guy nailed to a stick. I mean, that's awful to say that. But in general, he does seem like a decent dude. I mean, I don't agree with him and his urinary habits, but practices, yeah. But yeah, he's a decent enough guy. Absolutely.
He's going to tell us now that he was supposed to be at an interview in the tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think he turned down the job. So
got
he
you.
was in Manhattan. So.
Got you. I didn't know this about him, to be honest. I wonder if people who saw the planes. I wonder if people who saw the planes only saw them from a specific angle, like blue beam projection, but it didn't work from every angle. Yeah, see,
they didn't see them from any angle because they weren't there.
Yeah, I don't believe they were there. You look at that footage. Doesn't matter how grainy it is. The planes just fuse into the building. I mean, there's no. It's just a fusion. It's just yeah, they're just. I don't think they were there. You're right. I don't think they were there.
I
or
actually
if they are just saying it because they saw them on TV. That's a possibility too.
I've got a 9-hour video of 9/11. I got questions about it too, but it actually shows people jumping from the buildings and stuff.
Yeah. Also, shaky cam. There seems to be like editing where it be a shaky cam. But it's not like random shakes. It's like it's got a pattern to it. That type of thing. Yeah, and exactly. Tower 7, for how far away it is, I mean, you guys know more than me. I've never been in the States, but from what I see on TV, Tower 7 is a way distance away. And how is a bit of drift going to set Tower 7 on fire? Because that's what was meant to happen, wasn't it? A bit of drift fire floated over and set it on fire. That's ridiculous.
It burned through the concrete and got inside onto something.
Yes, of course.
Now, there's another building nobody talks about, and that's Building 6. And it exploded from the inside out. And I don't hear anybody saying anything about it.
What I thought was funny was that the BBC called one of the towers falling like 10 seconds before it actually happened.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Didn't they still? Yeah, you're right. Didn't they? After they had fell, didn't they have a live feed and the buildings were still behind them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had they were doing on one of the news reports on the BBC. They were saying, "Oh, the second tower fell, but it hadn't actually fallen yet." But they showed it on TV, and were saying that it had fallen or whatever. But I guess they got the feed earlier than we did.
Yeah, absolutely. Building 6 is interesting as well. Which one's Building 6? Which one's that?
It's kind of a dome-shaped building. It's part of the Trade Center, but it exploded. It didn't fall.
20 minutes before. Wow. 2 people said 20 minutes. See that? 20 minutes before, and wow. Isn't that mad? Crazy
like I said,
stuff.
Nobody talks about it, dude. Nobody.
No. It's the same as like is it the Warren Commission from JFK? Is that the Warren Commission? Yeah, it was called the Warren Commission. Yeah, the Warren Commission. Yeah, I mean, come on. There was lots of stuff hidden with JFK. That we know. I mean, come on. The photographs where the wounds looked played with. A changing of coffins in the plane, that kind of thing. Going in a wooden coffin, coming out in a brass coffin, or whatever. Something like that, there's so much to it. So much to it.
And
we just forget everything.
Yeah.
There's people who trust the government and still go out and vote. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Steve W, good to see you. Welcome.
We had this thing in Hawaii, a little while back, and the whole island burned to the ground, and a bunch of kids are missing, and that's out of the news, so we don't talk about that anymore.
No, exactly.
Move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Job in Lehman Brothers on the 40th floor of Tower 1 a month before, and I took a job across the water in Hoboken, like literally right across the water from it, and so I watched the whole thing from a pier. Now I saw the second plane.
So does he live in the States now, or does he live in the UK?
I don't know. I think he does live stateside. He says he saw the second plane. I want to see that myself.
Because that debate we did a few months ago, where it was like 5 years ago when he was talking to those student dudes, that looked as though it didn't look like he was in the UK. That certainly looked like a house that you would get in the countryside in the States. It didn't look like a house you get here, you know.
Looks like my grandma's house, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what your grandma's house looked like back in the day.
That's about right. You got a swing on the porch, you know.
That's exactly what I thought of. A swing on the porch. That's the first image that came to my head when I thought of that type of house. Is the swing on the porch.
I don't know. People are saying no, there were no planes. Well, we saw a second plane. It was from our perspective. It was flying low.
Yeah, okay, Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. You've seen this. If you've seen a plane, it was just a normal plane. It was just a plane passing or whatever. Because come on, there was no planes there, dude. There was no planes there.
There's so many holes in it. There's the planes can't fly out in that. It's just
the maneuver.
It's like TFE. There's no receipt. None of it makes sense.
The maneuver the plane was meant to make was like a very tight hairpin or something as well, isn't it? That a passenger plane could not make. You know what I mean? You'd need a jet of some sort for that. A Harrier, I don't know. You know
and are we really meant to think that on a whole flight of however many hundreds of people, there's not 2 or 3 men that have the bullocks enough to get up and take down somebody that's got a box? Really? You gonna take me with a box cutter? No.
Of course. Of course, you're going to try and look. You're going if you think that you're going to blow up in a bloody plane. You know what I mean? You've got nothing to lose, have you?
Nope.
Nothing to lose.
That's your life, dude. Yeah.
Someone would have took them out, guaranteed.
Over the Statue of Liberty, and it from where I was seeing it flew behind the building, and then we saw the explosion.
It flew behind the building, and then you see an explosion.
Sometimes it flies through the crane, just through the crane.
That's right. That's right. I mean, it's possible he's seen a plane, but could it not have just been a plane passing? You know?
Well, in order to fly through a crane, it has to be refracted, right?
Well, it would have to be because it can't physically go through it. So it's got to be refracted.
I put a Black Swan joke in there. That was worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's got to be a mirage of some sort.
So we didn't see the plane go out the other end, so we just assumed the plane crashed into the building.
Is there a possibility that could have been a hologram?
It's a possibility, but the sound.
I don't think there was holograms. Do you think there was holograms there? I think there was just nothing there.
I think it was all just CGI.
Yeah, for back in the day. Yeah.
Except the explosions, you know.
Oh yeah, the explosion happened, but that was obviously a controlled demolition, reverse demolition. Because usually the demolition starts bottom, and it falls down, doesn't it? But this was reverse demolition. Yeah, and it was look, people seeing the pops from a distance through the windows, the little flashes and all that. People say that was gas bursting in flames and all that.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Wouldn't that have already been popped already? All that gas would have already been popped and blown. Not individually each floor. No.
As it goes down.
Yeah. This is turned into a 9/11 stream. Okay.
Yes, well, because it was Dave's fault.
Yeah, Dave's fault.
Because there's all obviously a delay between seeing it and the sound, and the sound seemed to come from the right direction. So I don't know what to tell you. It looked like a plane to us.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting.
It looked like a plane.
Get an eyewitness, because it
looked like a plane to us. Yeah, well, he did just ask if it was a hologram. So he's saying no, it's a plane, but yeah, it could be a hologram, so it looked like a plane. Yeah, okay, I can take that statement.
Yeah. Because I know they do have amazing technology.
Actually, they probably do, but I have a picture on my website, on the, I guess, About Me page, and it's a
2 110-story buildings with all that steel, carpets, desks, etc., and only 3 stories of rubble. Shit don't add up. Right. Absolutely, bro.
The view that I had, from.
And was it they couldn't find the black box and stuff like that, but they could find bone fragments with DNA in them? Mad.
When it was going off, and you'll be able to see that, I had a sort of open view of the whole thing, and so we saw a plane. Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
people got really.
I'm a bit dubious about that story. I don't know. I mean, yes, he could have seen a plane, absolutely, but it's like, well, we've seen a plane. I don't know what to tell you.
So, I got a question for you, PJ. Why didn't you go testify to this fact?
Yeah, of course. And they found the passports. Yeah. Madness, isn't it? I dare say he could have seen a plane. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying he's talking crap here, but maybe he just wants to be part of the law. I don't know. Some people say
I think that's a lot of it. Everybody has a cousin or an uncle or a friend or somebody, and
Yeah, that died. I mean, like I say, Fraserburgh, where I'm from, is a small town. You know what I mean? If someone from Fraserburgh to go to New York, that's a big thing. You know what I mean? And the people, the firemen went there as well. So like, you're hearing of it at the other side of the world, and it was a big thing at the time, even where I'm at, it's a big thing. I remember it on TV. I was an addict at the time, definitely. 2001, I was definitely an addict. So I didn't pay much attention to it. I just thought, oh, more bad news. And, I kind of, a lot of people remember where they were and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember where I was or seen it. I just remember it being there. I was in a drug haze, an addict at the time. And to me, it was just bad news on the TV. You know what I mean? Obviously, I believed it because it was on the news. I didn't question it at that point. That's all.
I can tell you where I was.
I didn't question 9/11 until about 2007, 2008. Yeah, about then.
Yeah. I was at work that day, PJ, and I just turned around on the TV. There was a smoking tower.
Yeah. That's what I remember. It's just a smoking tower. That's what I remember. Both buildings were up at the time. I just remember a smoking tower. Then later on, one building down. Then later on, again another building down.
Yeah, but if you question the official story, you're a bad American and you hate all those people and yada yada.
You're unpatriotic and all that stuff. Absolutely.
I say it's the opposite.
Absolutely. I would too, bro. I would too, because you want to know the truth. Absolutely.
Annoyed about me saying I saw a plane.
Well, no, I don't think people should get annoyed, really.
I'm not annoyed. I'm just wondering.
The only thing that I kind of question, which the pilots, well, obviously not those pilots question, and that is that a plane couldn't fly that fast, that low, at that speed, because the air density.
That's certainly true. That's certainly true. Even the one that hit the Pentagon, the missile hit the Pentagon. At the same time, there's people on the highway, on the roads at the time, saying they heard the plane coming in low. They seen the plane. They seen it shoot. They had it shoot past and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because it was a missile. That was no plane, man. That was no plane. And the video footage for that, it's funny that the 2 frames or 3 frames are gone where you see the impact is gone. But it comes into frame, and then it's just the impact. You know what I mean? It's too convenient.
Yeah. Well, even the videos that were in the trajectory of the so-called plane at a couple of gas stations and stuff, that's gone too.
Yes, that's the video footage I'm on about from the gas station. Yeah, that's gone. Mm-hmm.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, Exactly. The US government is great at some things. True. True.
Yeah, they deleted that technology, and it's a painful process to go back again.
It's just too thick.
Absolutely.
They were saying it was going full pelt, which is about 500 and something odd miles per hour.
Yeah.
That low. Well, that's just physically impossible, according to the experts.
I think it would be impossible for the Pentagon plane, because that was literally,
Yeah, absolutely impossible. But even your man's right. Your man's right. What are you at that point? I mean, what are you? 500 foot up, something like that. How high are them buildings? Yeah, more than probably about. How high are they? They higher than 500 foot.
Way over.
Way over that. Okay, so even 1,000 foot is low for a plane, isn't it? You know, and it's not even just how low it is; it's the maneuver. It took a hairpin turn,
circled around. Yep.
And these are meant to be people that just have only ever took a couple of lessons on a normal little plane. What you call? Yes. Yeah.
In Florida for a couple of weeks.
A passenger jet is completely different from one of those little planes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Even if I've flown in the simulators for hours, man, I would not attempt to take that on.
No, definitely not, man. Definitely not.
a few feet off the ground. There's all sorts of air sort of cushion effect. It's called ground effect, which would make that incredibly difficult. But flying a jet into a tower that was almost 600 feet, 700 feet, maybe.
So I was close enough.
Higher than that, I don't know. But yes, that's definitely possible. But I would suspect that those planes were remote controlled anyway. They weren't actually.
I just don't think the planes were there.
Remote control planes.
How could you make maneuvers like that in a remote control? Surely you'd have to have the feeling of the machinery. Surely you'd have to manhandle it.
How did they remote control the cone of the airplane to come out of the other side of the building? The nose cone.
Yeah,
that's good remote control there.
Yeah, exactly. I just think remote control doesn't cut it. That doesn't cut it. Flying a plane remote control. It's not the same as flying a plane with your little radio control cars and that.
Yeah.
You're talking about something that weighs what? I mean, how much does one of these? Anyway, it's impossible.
It's thousands of tons of steel.
Yes. And that's as light, and they try to make them light, obviously. You know what I mean? As light as they can, and it's still tons and tons and tons upon tons.
Full of passengers or anything. But yeah, we definitely saw a plane, going into that building. But yeah, as I said.
So the Social MFB channel on X posted the real video of controlled demolition. It said no planes. There you go.
People were so sort of wedded to this no planes theory that came out that they get really annoyed when I say it and call me a liar and stuff like that. But yeah,
people do get married.
Well, I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm just saying that you could have seen a plane, absolutely, but I just don't think there was planes that crashed into the building. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm dubious, obviously, because you can't trust any man. You know what I mean?
Once they get this belief, that's it. It's like swearing at them, isn't it? But don't forget, people, the word believe has the word lie in it, because
right, the word believe has got the word lie in it. Okay, but that doesn't mean anything. Believe means believe, lie means lie. Just because the word lie is in believe, it doesn't affect believe being belief. Lie is a lie, believe is believe.
Yeah, people use that as a catchphrase all the time, PJ.
B-lie-E. Yeah, I know. Realize, realize, and realize. That is wrong.
My opinion is, if you have to believe something, then it's probably not true. Because if it's true, you don't need to believe in it. It's just...
What? If you have to believe something, it's probably not true. What? That's not necessarily true at all.
Just is.
Yeah, no. Now that event actually brings me into the light side of what I had to say.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason for these public ritual to get everybody.
I'll grab a coffee, guys. I'll just leave this to play.
His mind focused on one particular event, because everyone's mind is focused on it. It means that they can use that power to actually bring in what they want to have happen. Now, that introduces this idea that we have an enormous amount of power in this world, and we do. We have the power to shape our experience of this world. Now, I believe the Nephilim do not have this ability. I said that the Most High gave us his mind. Well, that included the creative ability.
Yeah, they can only
shape
mimic.
this world. Exactly. So in order to have their agenda come in, they use us. They channel our power into bringing out what they want to have happen, and they do that with these public rituals. So what is this power? This power we have is, as I said, to be able to shape our experience on this earth. So essentially, we co-create this earth, right? So we can literally have any experience we really want to have happen in this world, just by willing it into existence. I talk about the fourth dimension,
like my bank account.
We're talking about things that we can't conceptualize yet. We don't have the level of consciousness to actually understand it. So the way I understand it is by calling it the fourth dimension. So I have a little demonstration, as it were, to figure out what the fourth dimension is from where I stand. If you imagine I have a cube, I'm holding a cube in my hand. Yeah, that's a third dimensional object. If I cut that cube in half,
I got dark money.
Cross section. Now I'm looking at a flat plane. Right? So we've gone down to 2 dimensions. If I take that flat plane, cut it in half, and look down its cross section.
Right. What did I miss?
The fourth dimension, PJ, where you can will things into existence, like Baz's bank account over here. He's got dark money.
Right. So who's saying you can will things into existence?
The allegedly guy here, Mr. Dave.
Right, but does he believe this, or is he just talking about?
Yes, he does. He's saying he believes it.
So he's right. So he believes in the universe being conscious and universe being God type thing.
Yep.
So does he believe that flat Earth come here organically, or was it created by a universe with a conscience?
Don't know, man. I'm waiting for him to finish it. He hasn't got to the universe yet. That's the next part, I guess.
Okay. Like I say, I appreciate his flat Earth knowledge. I even appreciate the moon maps and stuff, because it was interesting. I don't believe them, but it was interesting for a little while, and it's good to speculate and stuff, but it's not good to push it when you haven't got actual real evidence for it. I think it's interesting, the moon map. I just don't adhere to it. But I did think it was interesting. So I appreciate his flat Earth stuff, but this
when you say something like this,
is just beyond the joke, and he's I wouldn't say he hates Jesus, but he doesn't respect him for sure. I mean, he basically said it's an inconvenience when it comes to scripture, Yeah. Go on,
I want to say this, that this makes flat Earth look like a bunch of kooks, dude. I hate to tell you that. That's really what it is.
Especially, look, come on. it's something that's been designed. You know, this place, you don't see anything naturally. This phone didn't just appear, you know, it was designed and then made, you know. Same as with creation. It didn't just, I'm not talking to you.
Siri's like, hey, what do you want, PJ?
There's got to be a designer, you know. A universe can't be a designer, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at a line, one dimension, right? So if I take that line, cut it in half, look at its cross section, now I'm looking at a point, which is 0 dimensions, right? So we can figure out what the fourth dimension is by going up again and extrapolating what the fourth dimension is.
How can you go up again? What do you mean? We live in 3 dimensions. You can't go up from, well, you can go up from, you can just keep going up, but that's part of your 3 dimensions. What? I don't get what you're saying. Have I missed something?
I don't know what he's saying either. Haven't got a clue. We're trying to figure out the fourth dimension by making a point.
Yeah. I mean, for us, there's just 3 dimensions. We live in physical reality where there's 3 dimensions. You know, I mean, I suppose if you want to say spirituality, I mean, talking to God is a 4th dimension. No, I wouldn't say so. But we live physically in 3 dimensions. I just don't understand how anybody can think 4th dimensionally or try to explain things 4th dimensionally, because there's just no such thing for us, you know?
Yeah. There was one crackpot who did, and they made it into science.
Yeah. It's weird that they can make science out of stuff that can't possibly exist for
That's
us.
not science. That's
No,
not
exactly. So for Jax, the best thing about learning Earth is flat, undeniable evidence we're in a divine creation, 100% for Jax, 100%. That's something you can't deny when you come to flat Earth. But you know, you still get people that come to flat Earth and don't believe there's a creator of some sort, and that's weird. I don't understand. Or don't believe in God. They believe in some kind of creator, but not God as such. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Then you got your flat Earth simulation theorists. I mean, it's
Like
flat because of simulation, like a video game. So it's madness.
So if you a line is essentially an infinite number of points all merged together into one thing going off in a direction.
An infinite amount of points which you can't have anyway, but say it's finite infinite and you squish them all together as one point, then you're just in one point.
I don't get what he's doing.
That's just getting infinite points and squishing them down to a point. But then you can't do that because it's infinite. You can't squish infinite down to a point. I don't.
Well, if you got a hole, then you just got a hole.
Yeah, but where does that hole go? That's my question.
To the 11th dimension.
Oh, okay.
Well, people say about I don't know. People try to science God and spirit and stuff like that, and say that for Jesus to be able to walk through a door, for him to come back to life and all that, and be God, there has to be 11 dimensions or something for him to be able to walk through the door as a physical being. You know, they say as a physical being, for him to walk through a door, they say he has to be in some kind of 11 dimensions. I don't know.
Of course, yeah. That makes sense.
Makes sense, of course.
Okay. A flat plane is an infinite number of lines all merged together
I said, yeah, good talk. Good talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one thing going off in a different direction. A cube is an infinite number of flat planes all stacked up together and merged into one thing and going off in a different direction. So
That's
the fourth
not what a
dimension
cube
must be.
is, though. Why a cube is not an infinite amount of planes. A cube has 6 sides. Is that right? Yes, 6 sides with the same measurement each. plane.
Yeah, I think he's talking about a cube, like a solid cube would be a whole bunch of infinite flat. Well, I don't know if they're infinite.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
the cube would not be a cube unless it has edges to it.
Right.
So it has to have an not infinite. It has an end to it.
This
It's
infinite
finite.
thing, you can't think along an infinite. I can't even describe it. You can't think infinitely because there's no such
No
thing.
end to
When
it.
it comes to number and amount and stuff like that, you can't have that. Not here, anyway. Not here. That's for sure. Not in this reality. Yes, exactly, Akuma. I agree with you. A cube is definitely a finite volume. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
100%.
So what's Dave going on about here?
I don't know.
No idea.
Infinite number of cubes all merged together into one thing, going off in another direction. What do you think that direction is?
Down.
I'd say time. Right.
Oh my
So
God.
because this power pack thing
But
didn't
isn't
just
time
pop
a
in-
man-made construct?
Yes. Thanks. We live in this duration, but I mean, some of the things it sort of says I don't agree with, but this I certainly do agree with. We're always in the now. There's no such thing as past. Yes, our memories, we've lived that, but that was the now then. This is the now. And in 3 seconds' time, that will be the now at that point.
Then, yeah.
Yes. We're always in the now. There's no such
Starting to sound like Spaceballs over there.
We just missed now. When is
Right.
now? You just missed it.
Can't go back. Now is now.
God.
I live in next Tuesday, so you guys catch up.
Absolutely. Yeah, but the thing is, when we catch up, you'll be in the Tuesday after.
I'm sorry, I can't help that.
Well, how am I ever going to be able to talk to you about that?
Look, you're just gonna have to science the hell out of it, okay?
No, PJ, I've got a DeLorean I'm working on right now. We'll catch up with them.
All right. Cool. Nice. Sorry, I was just reading something. I was reading, you know, when I said that about Jesus going through a door, I was reading that because I remember hearing it was who was it said it? T.D. Jakes. He's a modalist, and it was him that said that about 11 dimensions. Now that I remember, and he said it about Jesus walking through a door. He said he was man enough to whatever. He was still in the man because he believes in modalism. One function at a time, either the Father, either the Son, or either the Holy Spirit. So he was saying he was still man enough to do this, but he was still spirit enough to walk through the door. And I thought to myself when I said it, I heard it from T.D. Jakes, and I thought, well, why does he think Jesus walked through a door? And I look at the scripture that people think that from, and it's from John 20:19, where it says he walked. He just stood by the door. He stood by the door and spoke to the disciples, sort of thing. But they didn't realize he entered the room. That's what it says. It doesn't say he walked through a door. So, I mean, that's why I had to go and check that. Because I was like, because I thought about it. I thought, well, why did T.D. Jakes say that about walking through a door anyway? And I was like, it doesn't say that. So I went and checked it. And of course it doesn't say that. It says they didn't see him come in, basically. That doesn't mean say he walked through a door. That's him speculating. So I had to check that because I said something and I didn't want people thinking that comes from me. You know what I mean? But it was him that said it. So that's why I had to go and check it. Just to make sure I was right. Anyway, let's go.
You know, God's got to be laughing at some of our ideas. Like he's just sitting up there giggling his butt off. Like people thinking all this crazy stuff.
Isn't it just? I bet it gives him a tickle. You're like, what? You think what? What? He really thinks that? He thinks I'm here to what? He thinks he can tell me to do that. He thinks he can demand that of me. Oh wow. We demand, Father. We demand. We demand that you do this. You owe this to us, Lord. I've seen
And
people praying that.
And the amoeba, fish, frog, monkey, bird, ape, human transition. I'm sure that's a giggle.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's got to be. Same as sex in heaven's got to be a joke. Well, I got that from Dogma.
Oh yeah,
yeah, from the
I
movie.
remember that.
Yeah.
So
okay, it's not man-made constructs. We see the passing
It's
of
a
events.
man-made construct. Time, I mean, the measurement of time. It's definitely a man-made construct. It's us that say this time, that time, yonder time. We're just in the now. I mean, it's just the thing we use to measure this period we're going through. You know, I don't think time is a thing like an unfelt substance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. We need
an
Brenda here.
unsensible substance sort of thing.
We need an expert.
Yeah,
we need Brenda here. He can define it for us. He'll break down what time actually is.
Oh, definitely Akuma. Definitely Akuma.
So something is happening. But
Well,
there is a man-made.
Like people are saying the rapture's got to happen the 23rd, 24th of September. Obviously, the rapture's not going to happen, but there is a lot of people saying, right, maybe not saying the rapture, but there is a lot of people saying on this date, something's definitely got to happen, something's happening. Even, I've been watching some of, what's his name? Heaven Bound Trucker, no Chuck. I've got one that can see. And even him, he's even saying in his videos for 5 years, I've been saying, watch out for this day. He's not saying the rapture's going to happen, but he is saying that I've been saying for 5 years that something big's going to happen this day. So a lot of people are believing that as well. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know. But it's certainly not going to be the rapture because nobody knows the time, the day, nor the hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know what happens on the 23rd of September?
The same that happens on the 22nd?
No, it's the equinox.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So it's that probably correlates. But something spiritual is going to happen. We'll see.
Perception of time, but the point is, you might call it changeability, change.
Okay.
Right, because this didn't just pop into existence. Right. There was
we made the quantification of time, but duration is here without us. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right to me.
You can blame that on entropy.
Yeah. No, that sounds about right. That sounds like a good way to kind of describe it.
Way to cover it.
Yeah. I agree.
Time when this was something else, and it became this. And eventually, this is going to become something else. Okay.
So what? His phone is going to become something else.
I don't know how, but yeah. Eventually,
I mean,
I guess
if you phone your service provider, you might be able to get an upgrade. I mean, you can change it that way, Dave. No problem.
He's talking about the physical thing. Yes, it's going to become trash at the end of it all, or something. But the actual physical item.
Of course it will be. Yeah, it'll be recycled into something else. You know, it'll be melted down. Bits of the gold will be melted down from it because there's gold. It's gold. There's in your more expensive phones, you've got it's gold plated and stuff in there, isn't it, to help better connection and that. So there's gold in there, not much, but there's gold in there. You know, people collect that up from mobile phones, the gold. Yeah, believe it or not. So it'll get made into something else. The glass will be melted down, made into more glass. You know what I mean? Yeah, I suppose so. But that's
not part of the point, though, is it? Yeah. The point of the physicality of that item there is not infinite at all.
Exactly, and it's not organic either. I mean, it's us intentionally doing it. It won't degrade. If you won't leave it there and it won't just degrade and then turn into something else, you have to manhandle it. You have to manipulate it to turn it into something else. You know?
So it's not going to turn into something else on its own? Come on.
It certainly won't. You could try, but it might evolve. It might evolve eventually if you wait trillions of years. Yeah.
Well, in their
It might
paradigm,
need an upgrade. You might need a big upgrade by then.
needs a miracle.
Yeah.
The evolutionary.
My example I give is kind of. So this example makes it a bit clearer. If you imagine a wooden chair, okay, so that wooden chair is a 3-dimensional slice of a 4th-dimensional object.
But you can't have 4 dimensions in this reality. So how can you even picture that? How can you even think about that? I mean, you can word it all you want, but in your head, there's no way you can picture that. How can you even? It just doesn't make sense. You're just saying words. It is just saying words. There's no understanding of it because it's impossible. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get 3 letters for you. DMT.
DMT. LSD.
Yep.
So what's that 4th-dimensional object? So imagine a flash of light. Maybe it came from the sun, right? And that flash of light gets absorbed by a leaf. And that leaf helps a tree to grow. And eventually somebody will cut down that tree and turn it into lumber.
Yes.
And then maybe somebody will have an idea for a chair.
That's the natural process of this creation. I mean, it replenishes itself as well. I mean, God's made a dynamic system that replenishes itself, in my opinion. So all these things just get recycled to go back into the environment. God designed it that way. That gives me even more faith in the Creator.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty good guy.
What's up?
Ain't he? Pretty smart.
Tony came in. Daddy said, "Daddy needs milking." Sorry, wrong chat. My bad. What? Oh, it's not. Is this a Tony we know, or is he just literally in the wrong chat?
I don't know, man. I have no
I
idea.
don't know if it is. It's not Tony Whitcomb. I don't think it's
Oh.
Tony. It would be Tony Whitcomb, but
You
sorry,
don't have
wrong
a
chat. My daddy needs milking.
Oh, that's the wrong chat. Yeah, for sure.
Hold on a minute.
Maybe he's one of those, the TROLLSs.
Oh, that's funny. Anyway, that's funny.
Yeah,
okay. Anyway, bless you, Tony, whoever you are. Hey, it's all right, bro. It's all right. You're welcome to be here, man. You're welcome.
Take that lumber, turn it into a chair. And that's where we interact with it. For, let's say, maybe 30 years, it's a chair. But eventually that chair will break and will end up in a landfill where over the course of time, that wood will break down into a liquid. And then that liquid will break down to a gas. And maybe that gas will ignite and turn back into a flash of light.
Actually,
so that whole process is that 4th-dimensional chair. Almost, does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I think I'm
so.
fine.
Kuma says, think of the 4th dimension as time. If that's so, we only experience a slice of this 4th dimension as a time. I get that, but I can't think of time as a 4th dimension. I just see it as just the now, what we're living in. If I see it as a dimension, then I can't prove that as a dimension. I can prove 3 dimensions. I can't prove a 4th dimension. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, though. I do get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So the whole of reality is like that. If you imagine this world is like a series of 3D dioramas, which are static, just like a 3D film strip. Yeah. And the next diorama is just slightly changed from the previous one, and so on and so on and so on. And
yeah, like
they're all merged together.
Yeah, but merging them together doesn't make a 4th dimension. It just squishes them into a 3 dimension. What?
So we live in a flip card animation.
Yeah, but in 3D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's mad.
But you can't describe anything 4D as 3D because you don't describe anything 2D as 3D. You can't say think of 2D, but this. You know what I mean? 2D is 2D, 1D is 1D. I mean, a point 1D, 2D is just flat completely, which we never experience because even a piece of paper has dimensions to it. There's 3 dimensions to it. There's no such thing as 2D, really. So, yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Yep.
Sorry?
Like stop motion.
Yeah.
Just individual pictures that
But it
create
just makes
a
a
moving
Exactly.
image. Yeah.
Just makes a fatter bit of clay. That's all. Claymation.
Exactly. Yeah, but all in 3D. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's this whole world.
But they're in
Series
3D.
of moments, static moments, which are going by so quickly that we feel it's like smooth movement. Yeah. And
They're not exactly static, though, are they? It is fluid. It's fluid. Nothing stops dead, ever. I mean, we stop moving, we can stop there, but we're still continuing, aren't we? You know what I mean? Things round about us are moving, we're breathing, you know, stuff like that. There's no such thing as static, just static. A load of static movements run past really quickly to make it look like it's in motion. No, that's film that does that. Not life, not reality. That's okay.
that's it. It's all merged together into one thing, all happening all at once in this other realm that is beyond.
But how does merging it all together at once make another realm? How does that? It doesn't. It doesn't. Makes no sense.
Time and space. Okay. And we have access to that place. We have access to that realm.
Oh,
in
of
fact,
course we
half
do. So he's trying to explain. He's trying to describe spirituality, the spirit side of things, the spirit realm, and the ways of dimensions. It doesn't seem to make sense to me.
our time is spent there.
When you
Okay.
dream.
So that's one route into it.
Where do you think those messages come from? Like dreams, even when you get like a ta-da moment, where do you think that develops? Like, what role do you
Dreams in general are just remnants of the day you're thinking about when you're asleep. In general, most things you dream about are like, even if you're in a place that you don't know when you're in a dream, like a town you don't know, the things that surround you, you've seen before. Like, it's an amalgamation of everything, like that you've seen in the past and all that. You know, it's just your memory putting things together and having and thinking about remnants of the day, stuff like that. You know, dreams are dreams, and yeah, I think God can give us dreams. He can persuade our dreams, absolutely.
think dreams, intuition, or synchronicity play
But
in
I don't
our
believe
lives?
dreams are another place or take you to another place. If you're doing that and you're doing astral projection, stuff like that, lucid dreaming, then you're doing something that's the scripture says don't. You know?
And do you think that they're messages, and if so, who from and where from? That was my question.
Right. Well, if you follow on my example there, remember the whole of time and space is merged into one object, all happening all at once. Okay. So it's in one place, single place, all in a.
Yeah, but this is just musings of your mind, because where do you ever see this? You don't. This is just musings of your mind. So it can only make sense to the person who thought it up. Because it doesn't really make sense, because you can't get the whole of time, whatever, and everything that's happened, everything's going to happen, and everything that's happening now, and merge it into one and say that's fourth dimension. You can't do that. You just physically can't. I just think it's musings of your mind. Fine, it's good for science fiction, stuff like that, movies, all good. But reality, no. And even if for some amazing reason or somehow that this was a thing and it was true, you would never be able to access that because we live in a 3-dimensional reality. Anyway.
Single moment, okay? But that's in this other realm that we have access to. So you have access to the whole of time and space, every piece of information that ever was, ever will be, ever is.
How have you? How have you? When, I don't know, when Adam was created and he was walking about the garden with Eve, I can never experience that. I wasn't there. I can read about it, but I can't personally, physically experience that. And even if I dreamt it, it would be a dream because I've got the knowledge of it. I can't physically be there. I can't ever visit it. You know what I mean? I can think about it, but that's not physically being in the 4th dimension. Weird.
Okay, you've got access to that. So included in that in that whole of time and space is your entire lifetime. Yeah, everything that you know, everything that you were is also in there. Okay.
Is it? This is like the idea of M1 string theory. Is it? I don't know much about string theory, but yeah, I mean, I could imagine. I know basics of it.
Okay. And you can access that. Okay. Well, you access all that all the time because it's familiar to you. You know what that life is about. Okay. So
yeah, but with string theory, like I could understand what he's saying with the squishing together, but you've also got the expanding, which he's not talking about. So like string theory, it's like a contraction and an expansion, isn't it? Back and forth sort of thing. Or am I thinking wrong way? I might be just thinking by what it sounds like visually in my head. You know what I mean?
There are many sources of that information. You can go and ask it, where are my keys? Okay, where are my keys? I've lost my keys. Where are my keys? Well, in that timeline, you know where you put those keys, or when you know where they were dropped.
Not always. How do you know when they were dropped? You might have a time of like, oh, I had my keys when I was at work, but when I got home an hour later, they weren't there. So you've got a time period of where, like that half an hour took to get home or whatever. You've got a time period in that, like, so where was in that time? Oh, I was in the car. I got from work to the car park. So it could be from work to the car park, or it could be in the car. So you've got a thing, a selection of events, a variety of events that you can deduce that you can find that key, but you don't have direct access to it until you look for it. You can't just think and say, oh, it's there, if you don't know exactly, of course. Strange. But yeah, and it's not true anyway, because sometimes you can lose that key and not know at all where you lost it. But you've got access to it? No, you haven't. Totally lost. And then what if after you lost it, just say you think, well, hold on. I could have lost it at that spot. You go back there and it just say it was that spot you lost it, but someone came and picked them up and took them away forever. You know, how have you got access to that? You haven't. They're gone. What's Kuma saying? And you can access dimensions by accessing the dimensions above it. You can travel through the 4th dimension by moving through the 5th dimension. Sounds cool, but yeah, right. Right.
And you can ask, and it will, your subconscious will tell you, oh yeah, I left them in the fridge when I opened it the other day,
Well, for as often as I'm losing
that sometimes happens, but that's not accessing the bloody 4th dimension to find your keys. Come on. Because sometimes you don't always find your keys, do you? If that was the case, the money I've lost and all that stuff, the valuable stuff that I've lost, all that, I'd go and pick them all back up.
Keys, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
That's like saying events that's happened in the past, you can change them. You can change them.
But dreams, for instance, when you dream, a lot of that time is you're picking out moments from your past, present, and future.
Like what I said. Like what I said. Anything you picture will be from your experience in life.
And then when you bring them over to your conscious mind, your conscious mind tries.
If you want to know about dimensions and shit, Arwen's your go-to guy. He knows all about these esoteric. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He lives in a different dimension, though. He's the only guy I know that does live in a different dimension.
Tries to string them together into some kind of narrative. Now,
if you like the butterfly, I like the movie Butterfly Effect. We did it a few months ago. But yeah, you mean the butterfly effect theory?
Now I had.
Oh no, you're actually on about the movie. Yeah, I like the movie. But there is the butterfly effect theory, isn't there?
I had confirmation of that when I was actually writing that part of my talk. Something really weird happened.
We actually, Moomin, we actually did all three. The first one is obviously the best. We Ashton Kutcher. The second one's pretty good. The third one's not as good. You know what I mean? The second two are more, they're not as big movies as the first one, because the first one was Ashton Kutcher, obviously. But they were good. They were all right. The first one obviously being the best. But they were still good. I like science fiction. But that's where it ends. It's science fiction. It's not fact, you know. I love science fiction. I mean, I'd love nothing more than to be able to go to a different dimension, visit a different world, you know. But we just know it's not real. It's not real. We can't.
This guy called Kai contacted me on Facebook just as I'm writing this thing. Now, I have to go back into the past here. When I was about 16, I had a dream. And the dream was I was walking down the street with two children, my children. And one was an older boy called Kai and a younger daughter called Jade. So I woke up and I thought, oh, I know what my children are going to be called. Right. So I was really excited. And then later on, I met my girlfriend who became my wife, and we moved in together, and we had some friends over, and I told them my dream, and I didn't know that you know, the woman that came over, that she was pregnant, and she had a boy, and she called him Kai. I was like, oh, stole my name, you know.
Okay, so you get coincidences. Okay.
I was like, oh, it's okay, no big deal. And then the same thing happened to my brother. My brother came over with his girlfriend. The dream came out. I didn't know that she was pregnant. She had a boy. She called him Kai. I was like, oh no.
Is there not a possibility that maybe like you've met your brother's girlfriends and stuff like that? Maybe you've had a conversation or had a conversation, maybe when they became pregnant and they were talking about possible names. Maybe you were there and you didn't realize you heard it subconsciously. We do things like that. Like when you're falling asleep and listening to, say, the Bible on audio, sometimes things go in when you're asleep still. Like I've seen me kind of wake it, right? I've seen me going to sleep watching a movie. I remember doing it. I think it was an Alien versus Predator 1. 2, I think. I can't remember. But anyway, I was falling asleep watching it. And I remember dreaming. I remember just dreaming. And what I was dreaming was not the same as what was on the TV. But the sound, the words from the TV were in the dream. Because I remember the film Words. At the time, I remember the actual dialogue. So the dialogue, it was kind of happening while I was dreaming. So I was hearing it and I was dreaming about it, but it was different visually. You know what I mean? So we do catch things subconsciously. So could it not have been part of a conversation where you heard it and then it came out in a dream. Things like that can happen. You know, it's just a possible one. Or it could just be an unlikely coinky dink. Is catcalling illegal? It will be soon.
No, I can't use the name now. Right. So then I had my daughter, so she had to be called Jade. And then my son was called, I had to call him Connor instead because I can't use Kai anymore.
So you took second best names. You give your kids second best names than you actually wanted. If you wanted, you didn't. You could have called your kids whatever you wanted. It doesn't matter if your brother's kids got the same name. I mean, there's families that actually call their kids the same name, like Paul 1, Paul 2, Paul 3. You know what I mean? Some people are mad like that, though.
So
even as a middle name,
I was a bit sort of,
like George Foreman.
well, no, it was
Sorry about that. Go on.
Like George Foreman, he had all the Georges and the Georginas.
Yes, Georgina. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
gone here. I couldn't use it. It was, but I was a bit disappointed because I thought, hang on, I thought I was going to have an older boy first. But yeah, anyway, that's how it worked out.
So, like, there you go.
As I said,
there you go. So the premonition wasn't exactly. See, it was just a dream, bro. It was a dream.
I was writing that bit about dreams. Kai, my friend's son, he contacted me out of the blue. I haven't spoken to him since he was about 8 years old. Yeah. He contacted me and he told me that basically his dad died when he was about eight or so.
Shame.
And he told me, you know, I love my dad, but he was a very stern man. I used to love coming round to your house and playing with Jade, and you used to teach us stuff like judo and things, and I really enjoyed it. And I've always thought of you as my dad.
Oh, sweet.
So the point is, though, when I was dreaming when I was 16, I must have picked up on that moment and integrated it into a story that had an older boy called Kai.
So
as my son.
Yeah, this is all memories and stuff, though, and then integrated into a dream. Absolutely, this is nothing to do with being able to reach back into the past, being able to grab something from the universe.
Because it said yes, but my conscious mind just put it together into a narrative that made sense to me. And yes, Kai is older than Jade, you know. So yes, I did have two children, a boy and a girl, and you know, but this Kai said, here's my son. So yes, all the information was correct. It was just jumbled up in the wrong order, but that's what dreams are. That you can go down your
You are
entire
kidding,
timeline.
bro. Movement, that's bad, isn't it? Saw a report where the UK is sending out female officers jogging down the street to try and catch people catcalling. You'd think they'd use their money, the resources in a better way. Maybe catching like PDFs or, you know what I mean, people actually committing atrocities in society rather than a bloody catcall. I mean, yeah, I mean, should you catcall someone? Yeah, maybe not. But is it a bloody crime? No. That's ridiculous. And they could use resources better than that. That's mad.
And pick out information, or maybe even other people's timelines and pick out information.
Sounds like David's reaching, but what do I know? I'm just a glober. I can agree with you, Dan. I can agree with you on both of them things. Yeah, it sounds like David's reaching. Absolutely, bro. But what do I know? And no, I don't agree with the middle bit, but I'm just a glober. Yes, you are just a glober. But you're one of the okay ones. You know what I mean? You're one of the good ones. You're not an anti-flat earther, at least. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with you with both of them things. Just not the middle bit. Because you do know some stuff.
It also tells you that what deja vu is. Deja vu isn't just that you've been a certain place before. I've had it where I thought, I've been here before. But then
Well, then don't they say that deja vu is just something that happened the second before, but you've kind of like phased through it, you skip through it, you're lagging or something? Is it not just meant to be that? I mean, because when I get deja vu, it is like, whoa, I've seen that before, but I can't remember where I've seen it before. I can't remember when exactly it happened. So is it not just something that happened the second before, or something like that? And
Yeah, I don't know. That one's weird for me. Sometimes when I get deja vu, I feel like I've had this exact same personal moment myself, and sometimes I feel like I've had it 2 or 3 times. Like this isn't the first time the deja vu's hit me. I don't know. It's weird.
And sometimes when I get deja vu, I also get a funny feeling in my stomach, and that's kind of sometimes I go like little trancey, not like tranced out, but it's like it stops me dead in my tracks, and I get like a churning in my stomach. You know, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, it's an odd feeling when it hits you hard.
Yeah, definitely. But the things that I'm thinking I remember, I can't ever tell you when I experienced them, how long ago it was, or anything like that. It's just something I feel like I've actually seen before, or been there before, or whatever. So it's weird.
Yeah.
It is a weird feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so odd because you know like you'll be in a place that you've literally never even been in your life. It's the first time you've been here, and then something happens, and you're like, wait a minute, I've never even been here until today.
Right. It would make sense that it's something you're experiencing there and then, but your brain's maybe lagging. I don't know. It's the only thing I can say to describe it from a feeling point of view.
know what's going to happen next as well, right? So it's not
no, I don't think deja vu for me is not I'm going to know what's going to happen next. No, it's just I've experienced this. It's not like I think, oh, she's got to turn around and say, do you like my hat? Do you like my new hat? You know, it's not like that. It's like, oh, I've felt this before, or I've experienced this before, or it's not like I think I know what's going to happen next. That's not what it's like for me. Anyway.
It's not like Final Destination for you?
Not like Final Destination, no.
You know, this recognition of somewhere. No, it's this recognizing a particular experience in a place. So that would also come out, you know, you can only focus on one place at a time.
What would you say the interpretation of flying in dreams is?
Well, I'm not a dream interpreter.
Right. No, when I flew in dreams, but when I fly in dreams, it's not fluid. It's not fluid. I have been able to fly, and it's like, when you're trying to run and you can't run, and you're trying to punch and you can't punch. Well, it's a bit like that when I'm flying. I'm flying, but it's a struggle to fly, and I keep dipping down, and then strain, and I fly again. Then I'm dipping down. It's a struggle. It's a struggle when I'm flying. I can't fly properly. It's like I'm the original Superman before he flew, leaping buildings in a single bound. So it's like, flying for a bit, and you're down. Fly, that kind of thing. That's what it's like for me when I'm flying in dreams. But it's not happened. It hasn't happened a lot, flying.
Like walking on the moon.
Walking on the moon.
But
yes, like walking on the moon.
But, you could be picking up the consciousness of a bird, for all you know.
Oh, sure.
Because you've got access to.
Sorry, no, you could be picking up the consciousness of a bird. No, we got dominion over the birds there. We don't share a hive mind with them. It's ridiculous.
Everything. You got access to everything. But there was another aspect of what you've asked.
I struggled to fly in dreams too, but I kind of learned how to teleport. That'd be handy.
Asked earlier on is the flash of inspiration. Now I had a cannabis journey, right, where I could literally hear and follow 6 different conversations in the room at once, and I was.
Did he say a cannabis journey?
Oh, I need some of that.
Did he say he was tripping out on weed, basically?
On a journey before.
Yeah, no journey. I mean, you go walkabouts and weed in your mind. Wow. I mean, I smoke weed constantly, and I get barely mellow off it. It's like smoking cigarettes for me. I have to come off it for a week before I get a stone of some sort. I mean, yes, I might be stoned and not really recognize it, but I'm not blazed. You know what I mean? Ever. Doesn't matter how much I smoke. But yeah, I suppose you do get some nasty, strong Delta 8, Delta 9 stuff. And I suppose you used to get the stuff that they used to put formaldehyde and all that in that could make you trip out. You know?
No, that Delta stuff sucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. What is it? Does it just mong you out?
It's supposed to be like a synthetic version, I guess, or whatever they say. But I mean, it doesn't do anything for me.
Nah, me neither. Well, I haven't tried it. It just doesn't sound good. It sounds like something I would like. Yeah, Cannabis Johnny sounds like he's got some really good stuff. He should share.
Yeah,
absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
it just makes me wish I had some.
But yeah, Johnny, I've never heard of it described like that before. Not on weed, anyway. Wow.
It was amazing, and I had the thought, I wonder if everybody else is doing this as well, but don't know it.
I've had times of that, where not just with smoking weed, but even with other drugs, like when I've been on uppers, some sort, like when I was on base, amphetamine. I mean, I've had, and also just normal. I mean, straight sometimes just hearing like 5 people talking in the room, or 5 couples, or 5 groups of people, and it's all a blether of noise. If you just listen to it all together, it's just like a load of noise. But if you concentrate, sometimes I've had it like times of clarity where you can hear each individual conversation and keep up with it. I mean, that happens. That's not just, it's not amazing. It's not an amazing thing. It's not like a superpower. I mean, that happens. We have times of clarity where you can follow 2 conversations at once, or 3 conversations at once, when you're just sitting there, not talking and listening. If you're talking yourself, then yeah, that's a different thing. I don't think you could. But if you're sitting there listening, chilling, of course you could do that. I don't think there's anything supernatural about that.
And the moment I had that thought, I had an experiment I could use, a whole experiment I could do. I had the results of the experiment. I had the implications of those results. I had what I would.
I haven't tried DMT, but salvia I will never touch again. Awful, horrible stuff. I asked my missus at the time to pull me out of the cartoon I was in, and it was a horrible cartoon. And it was like I had to separate these Venetian blinds, and she had to pull me out through these Venetian blinds. That's when I smoked salvia. Ugh, horrible thing. I don't like the buzz on salvia. Horrible. You could actually go on YouTube back in the day and see people do their first salvia trip. I don't know if it's still on YouTube. I dare say all them kind of things are gone. I don't know, but you used to be able to see people doing their first salvia trip, and they look terrible. Look, it's horrible drug, horrible mushroom, whatever it is.
Would write about those implications. I had a talk that I could do based on the implications of that. So I had the whole thing.
Yeah, the problem is, right, Moomin, I tried it before I ever knew what YouTube was. This is before YouTube came out. Oh no, YouTube came out in 2005 or 2007, didn't it? It was probably about that time I tried it, but I hadn't seen the videos at the time. I seen the videos after the fact. Yeah, I did it twice. The first time, it just seemed that I phased out, that I didn't know anything. I was standing there blank, because my girlfriend at the time said afterwards, "Oh, you were just standing there staring," sort of thing, you know. So I just don't remember anything about the first one. And the same day, the second one, yeah, I remember that. I was getting pulled out of this horrible, trippy cartoon through some Venetian blinds. I asked her to pull me out. I'm like, "Pull me out, help me out." You know what I mean? I remember saying it. Horrible. And my first salvia trip was going to work in another universe. I got out of work, did salvia, and ended up going to work in another universe. Story of my life. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, exactly. What a bummer. Get high and you go to work. In your brain. Madness.
All right, wrapped up in a package the moment I conceived of the thought. So all I had to do next was step through
I realised I haven't done my Proverbs today. I'll have to do it after I finish this.
time and actually experience it, but I already knew what it was. Right. So that was a glimpse into the world without time or space. And so when you think of something, when you imagine something, that's you shifting your focus from the third dimension, right, where we are right now, to the fourth dimension.
No, it's not. You thinking about something is shifting your focus from the third dimension to the fourth dimension. No, that's not. You're in the third dimension, thinking in your brain, in your head. That's it. That's it. And your brain is in this third dimension. This three-dimensional reality. You have to sound so enigmatic about it.
Okay. So if you were imagining something, right, maybe you'd be staring up at the ceiling, right? Staring up at the ceiling, maybe you're imagining a car you want to build, okay? While your eyes are pointing at the ceiling, are you seeing the ceiling?
Yeah, I am seeing the ceiling. But I'm just thinking about the car I'm building. I see both. I see the ceiling, yes. But I see the car as well. I physically see the ceiling. Absolutely. It's there, right in front of me. It's in my mind. I picture the engine, the car. I physically see it. I'm looking at the wall now, and I'm thinking of Bazza with a red bandana on. And I can see both. In my head, Bazza's got a red bandana on. And I can see the wall.
I'm a bit partial to Periwinkle Blue.
Okay. I'll make it blue next time.
Well, you're not, are you?
Yes, you are.
It depends how good your visualization skills are, I guess. Yeah, the daydream.
Yeah, Derek, I put that video out on my channel. I edited a little bit and put that out. If you want it, you'll need to give me your email, so I need to send it to you. I sent it to Roger already, and I've sent it to Jaden. I tagged them in my video, but I'm not subbed to your channel, so I'm going to sub to it now. Because I couldn't tag you. But I put your name in my description, Derek, but I couldn't tag you. Let me just go to your channel now and sub to it so I can tag you in the future. If you want the video, let me know. Give me an email address and I'll send it to you, bro. If you want it on. It's up to you if you put it on, but you can have the video because you're in it, obviously. So, yeah. I'm sub to you now so I can now at you. Cool. Yeah, it was a long one, wasn't it? It was a long one. No, Derek, I was sub to you. No, I was sub to you. I unsubbed to you when we fell out for a couple of days, and I just forgot to sub back. That's all. I was sub to you. I was sub to you before that. We had a little tiff, didn't we? About a month or two back, something like that. So yeah, I unsubbed, but I forgot to sub back. So yes, I was sub to you before that. But yeah, let me know if you want it, and I'll send it to you in an email if you give me your email.
Yes, you're staring.
I've edited mine a bit, obviously, with some music and that in it. I'll just give you it where I trimmed it. You can do what you want with it. Right, nice one, nice one. I've got that. Let me just type that in private here. Jukums. All right. E-Q-E-S 2013 1 3 at yahoo.com. Yahoo. That was my personal email address, Yahoo, but I don't use it anymore. So let me just make sure that's right. Right, so it's Duke M's 2013 at yahoo.com. Right, cool. Send that. Cool. Nice one. I'll send that to you, Derek.
At something, but you're not seeing what it is you're staring at. You're seeing something else, something you're imagining.
No.
Right?
I just told you I was thinking about Baza with a blue bandana this time. I'm looking at the wall. I see the wall, but I see Baza in my head with a blue bandana. I'm the red one now. Oh, it's back to blue. Oh, purple now. Purple, my favorite color. Baza, nice one. But I see the wall at the same time. Simple.
Because now your 3D senses are dulled, are suppressed, and you're
What's SRV movement?
looking at something in another realm with different eyes. Okay. And the same with your hearing. You know, when you're in that mode, right, where your focus is in the fourth dimension, somebody could say, Chris, and then you might wake up and go, oh, what? I didn't. Yeah, because your hearing's suppressed, right?
By the way, that glitching out is not from my side. It's from Dave. I keep saying it like this. David's glitching out on me. No, it's not this side.
Your cognition of what's the focus is somewhere else, listening with different ears in a different realm. Okay. And that realm is where all new ideas come from. Right. So it's also the prototyping place. So when you have an idea for something, you prototype, you build it there with your mind. It's going to appear here in the third dimension eventually. I give the example of there's a film, Star Trek: The Voyage Home. Okay, where Scotty ends up going into the past, and they need something that doesn't exist in 1986, called transparent aluminium. Okay, so Scotty finds an engineer, and he teaches that engineer the formula for transparent aluminium that he learned at school. Right. So as he's teaching,
that's right. The Voyage Home, that's right. He makes transparent aluminium to keep the whale in, doesn't he? I remember that, but that's science fiction. It's science fiction.
This engineer Bones basically says, aren't we changing the timeline? Right, we shouldn't be doing this. He goes, how do we, Scotty goes, how do we know that this guy didn't invent transparent aluminium? And he went, oh yeah, of course. So hang on a second. If this engineer invents transparent aluminium because Scotty taught it to him, but Scotty learned it because he learned it at school because this guy invented it, where did the information come from?
That's it. It's funny because so carry on.
I was going to say it came from the fact that the Most High is doing it all, because we're just little specks, little instances of the Most High looking at the here and now. All right. So if you conceive of something, it's actually the Most High conceiving of it through us. So, so that's where, just like when I had the idea for an experiment, and when I just thought of this idea, the whole thing appeared fully formed, right? But now I had to go through time to get to it. Right, but here's the really freaky part, though, right? Because this obviously is just a film. It was a screenwriter, right, a guy called Nicholas Meyer, who invented the concept of transparent aluminium. In 2013, it became a reality because he had the idea for it. As soon as you have an idea for something, now there's a probability of it existing in the future. And the more you think about it, the more probable it becomes until it arrives here. Yeah?
I remember.
The more you think about it, the more probable it'll come. No. It's going to come because it's going to come. If it's going to come. I don't know what example he's using, but the more you think about it, it's not going to come. The more you've got to think about it. That's silly. By the way, I just realized Janusz keeps emailing me. I haven't read any of them, but he keeps emailing me Israel Today, and since many years he's linking me videos to his channel again about Israel and all that stuff. I'm not interested, Janusz, if you're watching. I'm not interested in what you've got to say about Jews and Israel. I'm done with it. I don't agree with you. Simple as that. I'm not going to watch your videos. They're not even your videos, to be honest, Janusz. You've got 70,000 you keep bragging about on your channel in Odyssey. Not one of the videos are yours, but you put your stamp on it. Just you don't give the creators any credit. You just direct people to your videos and they're not yours. Simple. Sorry. Right, Derek, that's sent now. It'll take about another few minutes. By the time it comes through, it's definitely sent, but it's sending. So it kind of has not load. It's about 35 minutes long. So it'll take about 5 minutes to get to you, Derek. But yeah, do what you want with it. It's your video, you're in it. Edit it how you like. Stick it on your channel. It's up to you. Do what you want with it.
Seeing the clip with Michael Jackson.
I've already put mine up. I've edited it. Just put a few edits, transitions. I mean, and some music and stuff, a background, something like that.
They were talking about songwriting, and somebody mentioned a song. It might have been Billie Jean. I can't remember what it was. And they said, "What made you go with that song?" And he said, along the lines of, "Well, if I didn't do it, Prince would have had it." It's like these are gifted to you, and you can choose whether or not you embody that gift and turn it into a creation, into reality. And so it's the same kind of thing, that obviously your thoughts create reality. Like you said earlier, everything that you pick up at some point was a thought in somebody's head, and then it became a thing. And so I totally buy what you're saying there.
No.
Right,
No.
Think of it a little more here.
No. Your thoughts do not create reality. Your hands, no, reality is here. Reality is just here. But if you're talking about creating stuff, building stuff, making stuff, your hands do it. The idea comes from your head, but your hands do it. So it's not your thoughts are creating reality. That's ridiculous. Thoughts don't create reality. Oh, okay, Roger. Bless you, man. Bless you. Oh, Bars is gone as well. But Roger's got to go to work. Bless, dude. I'm nearly finished anyway. This has literally got a few minutes left. I had to get it done. Okay, Derek. No problem, bro. No problem.
If I had an idea for something, right, all of a sudden, as soon as I have that idea, it now appears in the future as a probability of happening in reality. Right? And the more I think of it, the more probable it's going to be.
Well, Derek, when I got that 276, that was the best one I did, but it only took a few goes to do it. I haven't even really practiced it, so I'm gonna have a proper go at it. I will have a proper go and make a video on it. I'll just do a video where it's just me playing Flappy Win to try and get a good score, because I'm bound to make a few mishaps, But
Hey, PJ.
yeah, I will do that. I will do that. Yes, Roger.
Yeah, there's no such thing as transparent aluminum. By the way, he got that idea from Star Trek when they've been.
I know. I said that earlier. I said that earlier. Yeah, I said that earlier. I said it was on the voyage home where he did where they came across. The idea came for transparent aluminium casing for the whale to be carried in. Yeah. He
So Dave
definitely
full of
But he did say that anyway. He did mention the movie it was in. But yeah, it's ridiculous. There is still no such thing as transparent aluminium, though, is there?
No, even though people had the idea. Well, I'm going to take off and go to work.
Right, bless, bro. I'm nearly finished anyway. All right, dude. Thanks for being here. Bless you, man.
No problem.
But now that it's in the future, now it's available for everyone else to see it. All right. So that is exactly why when you
he might end up in a negative score. Well, I'll see if I can get the best negative.
get inventors come up with something.
You should make that challenge, Terry. Do a challenge for like best score and the best negative score. That's a good challenge, isn't it? I mean, that's cool. I think that's pretty cool.
You find there's 2 or 3 other inventors working on exactly the same thing, right? And so if that inventor didn't get it, well, somebody else is going to get it. It's going to appear because somebody conceived it.
So the link I've got for it, Terry, well, that'll bring me to the new version. It won't bring me to the old version, will it? Yeah, reverse leaderboard. I think that's pretty cool. So people try to get a negative score. Try to get a negative score. I mean, it's just basically like trying to get the highest score, but it just puts a different spin on it. You know what I mean?
Of it.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
And now it exists somewhere in the future.
But the scary thing, the flip side of that, which scares me, is that could be for negative as well. So if you're somebody that's always in a negative mindset, and
nice, because I've got it saved anyway. I've got it saved on my clipboard.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is always good.
Hey, how's it going, Keith? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Is your stream out yet, Flats? Let's check, see if Flats put the stream out yet. See, what topic we got tonight, Flats? No, not yet. Not yet. Oh, yeah, you have. Should Christians hate? A biblical and theological examination. There we go, guys. Can't wait. There we go. Flat sides link, guys. There we go. Right, this is nearly finished. Let's get it done. Let's see. Like I say, I respect Dave for his flat earth information, stuff like that. But when it came to this philosophy he's going on about, it's all just science fiction in his head. It's as bad as heliocentrism, if not worse. But also his understanding of scripture. I didn't realize he thought so badly of the New Testament, of Jesus and that. And to say about Jesus, that guy nailed to a stick, that's disrespectful. Now, I love Dave. Like, I have to love everybody else. I think he's a nice guy as well. But that was disrespectful to say that. And his understanding of scripture is skew with completely. But yeah, flat earth stuff, all good. I don't agree with him on the moon map, but it was interesting for a while, you know. But his flat earth stuff, I appreciate him for that.
You're potentially
his urinary habits, though, I think he should change.
creating that for you further down the line.
Yep, exactly.
Ooh, flat saying he's got some scripture to present. Excellent, man. Fantastic. Great. Always better with scripture, bro.
So, and this also explains why the agenda, you know, the cabal, they do the things they do, because they have to get us to agree to what they do. Because if they say, okay, if you decided that you wanted me to break my leg, right, and you're wishing, I wish he breaks his leg, yeah, what are you focusing on?
I suppose pain.
You're focusing on a broken leg, aren't you?
Yes. It doesn't bring it to reality. Too much DMT. Too much. Come on. Stop drinking it. You're not meant to drink it.
So guess who's going to get the broken?
Yeah.
Not by the gallon.
Exactly, because you're literally calling it in for yourself because you're focusing on it. Yeah. So whatever you put into this world, you're going to get it. You're going to get it back at you. So what they do is, rather than force anything on us, they'll ask us if we want it. They might do it in a very tricky way, but they'll ask us if we want it. And if we don't say no, then it's going to come into existence, but it's not going to come back on them because we asked for it. Yeah.
Much like the old, you know what? Do you want this? or would you like to keep your job?
Yes, exactly. Or would you like to keep your life to start
Yeah.
with? Because that was the first thing. It's gonna kill you if you don't get it. It's gonna kill you. You better get it. You know. So yeah, they always have to ask us, because they don't want the. I don't like using the word, but karma, because you know that's what it is. Whatever you put out is going to come back at you. So they go round the houses and get you to.
I'm not going to get it because I manifested
You know?
it that way.
So do you...
I'm sorry, there's no such thing as karma. Yes, there is such thing as what goes around comes around type principle, but that's not karma. Karma is something that comes out of new agey type stuff, and it's something not of God, you know what I mean? It's like it's a spiritual thing, it's doing this to you. But there is such thing as principle as what goes around comes around, which tends to happen. And biblically, it's whatever you do will come back to you sevenfold. That's a biblical principle of it. Karma, I understand what it's saying, but I don't agree with it. Baza?
I was just saying I'm not going to get it because I manifested not to get it.
Yes. Absolutely. Like you would.
You meditate?
I don't meditate because meditation in the Eastern mystical culture is essentially emptying your mind and essentially opening the door for something else to come in and take residence.
But isn't that going back to the nothingness though? Isn't the idea of emptying your mind is so you can go to that place of nothingness, which is where everything.
How do you empty your mind? How do you empty your mind? You can't empty your mind. You can change your mind. You can be transformed by the renewing of your mind, but you can't ever empty your mind. You can replace what's in there, even though it's still in there through memory and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? You can replace your ways. You can change your ways by being transformed by the renewal of your mind, but you can't empty your mind. I'm sorry.
Comes from, isn't that the
some folks just got an empty mind?
Well, so yes, if it's already empty, then you're not emptying it, are you? You're not emptying it, so you still can't empty your mind. If it's already empty, then that's it. You're not emptying it. It's just empty.
I go to a place of stillness and quiet with an intention in mind.
Yeah, you can have, okay, stillness, quiet, fine. I mean, that's kind of scriptural, absolutely. Stillness, quiet, but not emptying of the mind, you know?
You just go to your happy place.
Yeah, I know it is what goes around comes around. It's that kind of principle, but it comes from a spiritual place, doesn't it? It's a spiritual principle sort of thing, but it not of like Christ. Christ would never say karma. I mean, he would say sevenfold, you know? What goes around comes around. So I think that principle. I get what you're saying, Evan T. It's just where it stems from that I don't agree with. I get what people are saying. I get what people are saying when they use karma, when they use it. Some people are not using it in the spiritual sense either. They just use it as a word. I get that. But with Dave, it wouldn't be, would it? You know? I get that, Evan T.
Mind rather than of no intention.
I don't completely disagree. You know, I don't completely disagree.
Right,
That's
okay.
different. It's quite contemplation rather than emptying the mind.
Okay.
Can't empty
Because I would love to meditate, but I've never been able to do that. I get bored so quickly. Like within.
Yeah, look, even the Bible says meditate. It says meditate on the word. That just means think about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean say go into a trancey Do I think reincarnation is real? No, of course not.
Everyone
Why would it?
has the judgment once. All men die once, and then the judgment.
Yeah, absolutely. All people die once, and then judgment. Exactly what Baza says. No, I don't believe in reincarnation. I think it's silly. I think it's fantastical. I think it's maybe nice to think about if you're not within Christ or whatever. but I don't believe in it. No.
5 minutes, I'm like, what's at the door? You know, I just can't get into that
A nice
zone. Now, I
idea.
have done breath work, Wim Hof
But
breathing.
mind you, would I want to come back as a butterfly or anything like that? No. If I was going to come back, I'd want to come back as a better me. You know what I mean? But there's no point in even thinking that, is that, you know?
I just
Like-
don't know how I made it through 500 different creatures, and I don't remember any of them.
You know?
And that has had some incredible doing that after like 3 rounds of that, your whole body is literally vibrating with energy, like, oh. And that to me is better than meditation. And it's good for you.
Right. Well, I think if you spend sort of half an hour to an hour of just quiet stillness, right? Don't think about meditating, yeah, but just stillness and quiet.
Yeah, I think that's okay to say that. Stillness and quiet. I think that's cool. And there's nothing wrong with meditating, but just not in the way that people think of it. So, go on, Mazza, sorry.
You know, I was going to say, when he said stillness, the first thing that came to my mind was be still.
Be still, yeah. No, I am.
And I am the Lord.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying, yeah, that's certainly biblical. Well, kind of biblical. I mean, but yeah, stillness and quiet, yeah, nothing wrong with that. But there's not an emptying of the mind, you know. Hey, good to see you, Salad. We're just finishing up, yeah. But good to see you, sister.
And, you know, think about an issue that you're dealing with, or something you need to figure out, or whatever it is. Quiet contemplation. So go into that stillness, you know, that place where you can cut off what you're seeing, what you're hearing, whatever, right, and just stay in that stillness for half an hour to an hour with this thought in mind. Well, where are my keys? You know, whatever. Right?
Well, no. I mean, if I was going to do that, it'd be with the Lord, thinking of scripture, maybe, whatever, thinking of biblical event, or thinking of future biblical events, stuff like that, or just being still with the Lord. But thinking about where them keys are, I don't think being still is going to help it. You know? Yeah, being still with the Lord.
At the end of it, you'll literally get this rush of information and stuff come out of the stillness. And you know, it'll have the answer to what you're looking for.
Okay,
that's perfect, and I think that's a lovely place to end. It's
Okay.
about intent. It's about intent, and just that's brilliant.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. I know we've had our struggles.
Well, that's it. Just let it go 30 seconds left. Well, we got through that. That happened. Yeah. So yeah, that's it from me till tomorrow. I haven't set out tomorrow's stream yet, but I think I'm going to do it on that. I was talking about it yesterday. Do you remember me talking about it? During the movie, through the Apostle Paul movie. What was it again? Pharrell McGuire. The AI cult thing. The AI cult. He says he thinks he infiltrated an AI cult. So it's a 50-minute video. I wanted to take a look at that. And maybe the day after, I'll have to finish off that Flat Earth one from the Dome one from Mystery Teachings, because I hate unfinished things. But I was meant to finish that already, and I totally forgot about it. So I'll have to do the Dome one Friday. But this one, yeah, the AI one I'll do tomorrow. The AI cult. He infiltrated an AI cult. I'll do that tomorrow afternoon, same time-ish. Yeah, yep. There is, Ivan. There are many testimonials of people who have former life memories with people who lived before, and they know things how they cannot know. Yeah, there certainly is. There's such things as demons who know things from the past. You know, there's such things as fallen angels that know things from the past. That doesn't convince me that there's reincarnation is real. Look, am I going to take someone's anecdotal story or am I going to listen to God? Am I going to go for an anecdotal story, or am I going to listen to what I think the Holy Spirit's telling me? Yes, these stories might sound convincing, but at the end of the day, it's still someone's story compared to what God's inspired word tells me and the Holy Spirit tells me. I'm going to listen to God. I'm not going to listen to anything anecdotal. Doesn't matter how convincing it might be. It goes against what God says. So I'm going to believe God. Someone's story is not going to convince me. But bless you, bro. And I appreciate and respect what you believe, whatever. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, we're back tomorrow, guys. Thanks for spending time. Do you want to say something? How's that?
I just want to say, get yourself some Jesus. If you don't have any, I pray that you do. And if you do have some, get you some more.
Well said. Couldn't top that off. But bless you guys. Thanks for being with us. And I'll see you in Flaxes. If you don't see you in Flaxes, I'll see you tomorrow. Heal the Sunset's free. It's free.
Indeed.
Indeedy. Ta-da.